What?
Just load it. Just load it back in. Load it.
Yeah.
You should be able to load it, right? Should be still stuck in the OBS though. Oh, that's probably what it is. It probably got removed out the Dropbox, shifted around. Are we live? Oh snap! They can hear me. Yo!
Oh, they can hear us?
Yeah, they can hear me. Let me go. Yeah, it's already.
Should I beatbox the intro for us instead?
Hear something, Bill.
It's the RFL.
All right, where's the and now I lost. Okay, I'm losing train of thought here. Okay, bow. Oh yes, there we go. All right. Let me get YouTube loaded up so I can see you guys, man. Who we all got in here? See, we got 17 guys. Well, you know, the intro wasn't the greatest, but appreciate you guys coming through the live stream, man. It's your boy Smitty, RFL commissioner, play-by-play commentator. Wow, that fell.
Whoa.
And we got another commentator on the booth as well, as always, in the future one with Bill. As always, Mix and Rob here with us. Mix and Bill here with us. I'm all the way screwed up.
Smitty, you in the booth
you're all
right
over
now?
the place.
Smitty, you sound like you in the booth right now, man.
Who, me?
Sounds real cozy in there right now,
Yeah,
man.
you sound real. It sounds real like there's no like.
Drop a 16.
I had threw
my beat up, son.
I had threw a filter on
Nice.
this thing. This thing was that's what's
That
been
sounds
having my voice
real
sound cool.
cozy.
Let me move
Yeah,
that
that
stuff.
sounds. I was wondering, like, are we live or something? Because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't sound right now.
I don't know why
That
this
sounds-
isn't showing up on my computer where I can't see you guys. Well, I can't hear them or see them. I mean, I'm all the way messed up right now. It's about to be an eventful podcast, though. Definitely about to be an eventful podcast. Move this stuff around. Scrambling around to get the audio to come through so I can hear them. So all types of shenanigans going on. But looks like everything's straight. So appreciate you guys once again tuning in as always. You guys already know what it is. Wednesdays, we got the podcast, and it's here tonight. And we are just a week away from the RFL season. January 28th, we'll start season 6 of the RFL. I know you guys cannot wait for that. But let's go ahead and do what we usually do, and that's start about talking about the recaps of what happened this past weekend for week 3 of the preseason. We started out with a great one. I think all the preseason games were very close and competitive, except for maybe a few, but still had some great showings from all the teams. The Portland Snowhawks took on the Memphis Steamers, and the Memphis Steamers were able to come out on top. It was pretty much a game of backups here, but it was a great performance, high-scoring game, and the Steamers got it done 37-34.
Yeah, we're going to start this podcast off right, man. I'm going to need me a bell right off the bat because I don't know who Casey Chris thinks he is, but you don't get to walk off the field after throwing 2 pick sixes, and you're over here flexing at the crowd, okay? I don't know what made you think that was a good idea, but Mitchie, if you're out here listening, you better talk to that man because that was unacceptable. Anyway, aside from that, overall, this is a really exciting game. It was one of those games, man. It was like so, like you said, just a really great game. You almost wish it was a regular season game just so we could like count all the stats and you know, start off with a bang in the real season with this. But you know, it was just a high scoring affair. I thought that both defenses sort of sputtered, obviously. That's what happens when you allow 30-something points on both sides, even with the backups in. Yes, the Steamers had a lot more production for points and scoring on the defensive side of the ball than the Snowhawks did, but still, you give up 34. That's not a good day in the office, so hopefully those guys can get that figured out. But overall, man, just a great game, and yeah, fun one to watch.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I had to kind of stop for a moment and say, man, ain't no way in the world we could not shout out our man Darius Dollars with the $500 doney in that Snowhawks Steelers game, man, because that was the biggest thing that went on in that game, in my opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? But okay, back to the regular schedule program here, man. 2 of our youngest coaches in the RFL, man, did something very, very great. They put together a game plan to battle each other, and this game plan between these two guys with these backups in the game, and so a couple of starters here and there, man, or starter worthy guys, I guess I should say. I thought this was the best game, man, that played out. Considering that there were no real true starters in the game for the most part, and I thought that it was just interesting just watching the young guys going back and forth, and I remember Smitty, you said subconsciously in the beginning of that game that it's just a basic preseason game, man. You know what I mean? And, boy, these guys turned in 34 points in the first half alone, and I thought that was real nice, man. To start off the week and everything. And just like you say, just an epic game with the backups, the back and forth, and both these guys just pretty much showing their team building ability and what they have going on. Hats off to the running backs of the Steamers, man. TJ Jones and Miles Kerrigan, El Camion, that's what they want to call him, man.
I was calling him Camino the whole game.
Yeah, you're calling the Camino, the chameleon there. You were calling a lot of things, but Cameo. But yeah, man, 217 total yards on the ground for those guys. I thought it was a solid day, man. Snowhawks did a pretty good job against the pass. For the Steamers. Steamers only had 135 passing yards, but I mean, man, it was just an awesome day. A sack fest from both sides, 4 total sacks on both sides of the ball. Both teams 100% in the red zone, man. That's a stat that a lot of people don't look at, man. That red zone tells you a lot about a team, man. And so I thought that this was a great game. We saw Nashawn Richardson, do his thing a little bit there, and McDonald obviously, McDonald had a touchdown, and about 75 yards, and I think O'Brien got in the end zone as well. But it was just a good game, man. It was a good game. And these are two of our youngest coaches. These aren't guys, these guys haven't even hit 18 yet or 19 yet. I don't think. Maybe Mitch is Mitch 18? Mitch should be 18 or 19.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but I don't think Jones is 18 yet.
Jones got grandfathered in.
Yeah. So just watching what these guys were able to do with their teams, man, I thought was pretty phenomenal, man. That's all I had to say about that one. Great game.
Yeah, pretty much taking most of everything about it. Just an all-around great game with backups, getting the job done. Other than, guys were kind of coming at Casey Chris, but, even though he had the 2 interceptions, he was showing a little bit of something. I still think he's looked pretty decent in preseason as a backup. Jacob McDonald came out there, had his 2 rushing touchdowns. He came out strong. He was also in the chat. And once again, shout out to Darius Dollars for dropping off those dollars as always, man. We definitely appreciate that. Big shout out to you. We definitely got to do something. We were speaking about it, something to, show respect and everything for the guys who really contribute and are big fans of this, such as you, Darius. So big shout out to you once again. Thank you for that donation. And as for the Steamers, man, just a lot of youth that has great talent making plays, and Miles Kerrigan, the old head, just coming through there, just running everybody over in that game. I just loved watching him play in that game. We knew he was going to bully, the backup guys because he shouldn't even have been playing. But the way he was doing guys in that game, it was just like you expected it, but you was still very hyped to see him do it because he was still just making dudes look silly, punching dudes in the face, flying them back about 5-10 yards. And that's just what you love to see out of Miles Kerrigan. And he came out and showed that he still got it. A great game all around.
Hey, Roland dropped the bell on you, though, Smith. You got to hit it.
He dropped the bell?
Yeah.
What's the bell on?
You got Smelter as a steamer, man.
Drop the bell.
Oh, snap.
Smitty getting belled late in the podcast, fumbling stuff back there.
Always something, man.
What is going on with you tonight, man?
Hey, man. Just trying to get it together. And I made this way ahead of time after the game.
Yeah.
I even posted this. That. Nobody said anything about this?
One more bell. There's another bell.
There's another bell.
Nobody said anything about this. That's crazy. I'll take it.
Crazy.
But let's go ahead and move on to the next game here. We had the Huskies getting in action here against the Bisons. And, boy, the Huskies, that offense and Mark Hansen was looking great. Can't wait to see what the offense is going to be looking like when they're able to get Brady Hudson, starting back there, slinging the rock around. But, man, Mark Hansen, another great game, throwing for over 300 yards, but they still barely beat the Bisons. The Bisons literally hung in this. I know this is not the regular season game, but we can kind of count this week of games for the guys who did play their starters for the most part as pretty much the real deal. Because, they were there for 3 quarters, and the Bisons hung in there with a final score of 34-31.
Correct.
All right, well, I did not realize that Smitty had access to my notepad here, because that was pretty much what I was going to say, man. I came away. Well, I was really impressed with the Huskies' offense for sure, but I was more impressed with the Bisons because, like you said, man, this might be preseason, but this is basically everybody's dress rehearsal. And these Bisons, they hung around, man. Hobart was playing great. The offense was moving, and I thought the Bisons, they had a chance to win it up to the very end. I thought that was very impressive. If this was last year, we would be laughing about this even being a possibility, I think, just because we all know they had a really rough year last year. But yeah, I thought it was an incredible game for the Bisons. Yes, they lost, but this is something to build off of, even though it's preseason. This is the stuff that a building team needs to happen so they can say, look, we can do this. We can hang with people. And Hobart is the reason they did it. He was on point the whole way through, and I was really impressed with that. As for the Huskies, though, man, I think, like you just said, I feel like we're seeing the birth of the next Huskies franchise quarterback right now, man. I feel like Hansen is going to be that guy. He is having an incredible preseason, and just seeing a glimpse as to how potent this offense can be with him, not even seeing Brady Hudson yet, man, that's scary. I mean, we already knew they had Keith Guyton, and last year Johnson came bursting onto the scene. Now they go ahead and add Isaiah Streets. I mean, the stats on these guys from this game was incredible. I was impressed with both offenses, and just a great game. And I can't wait to see what this future holds for the Bisons and also for Mark Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen. I thought Hansen played pretty well. I mean, these are definitely Brady Hudson numbers right here. When you look at the stats right here. So he played a fine game, I thought. And I mean, I don't think the Huskies have really missed a beat on offense. They just look really, really great. At the same time, I do kind of question this a little bit. I really like what the Bisons did, how they were able to keep up with them. But I just got to go ahead and say it, man. If this, like you said, Bill, if this was last year, we would laugh at a 34-31 game between the Huskies and the Bisons. The Bisons really have not added a whole bunch to just feel like that they've just automatically become worthy of competing with the Huskies on this level, man. And so I'm going to go ahead and say cap. I don't think that this is really the true Bisons. I think that whatever the new coach has going on, he just barely beat these guys because he didn't shut it down. You know what I mean? And so I'm not falling for that one right there. Really like what Hansen was doing. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's awesome. Obviously you got to, you don't want to have the interceptions, but he's a young guy. He's going to do those sorts of things. I really thought that also that, the back and forth thing, like the Huskies, they jumped out to a 14-3 lead, man. I mean, with Hudson in the game, that doesn't go away. 14-3, he jumps out like that. They let these Bisons battle back, and they had their starting defense in the game. I saw Rat-a-tat running around there. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, so letting these guys back in the game, that's an L right there. I got to give them a bell right there for letting the Bisons back in the game here.
No punches getting pulled today.
Bisons kept pounding. This game was 31-31 with 143 in the fourth. Last year, I would have laughed at this. You know what I mean? This was clear. Coach probably hadn't even gotten in the foul if this had happened last year. You know what I mean? So I'm not sparing the punches, man. Huskies got to do better. If they're balling with the Bisons, they're gonna have a hard day in the ARC North. I'm telling you, man. That's all I'm gonna say right there.
Let me throw this little tidbit at you though, just to see what you think about this.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe the Bisons were so bad last year because of, and I know this is not going to be a fan favorite, but
these are the questions that we need right here.
Joseph Torres was the guy last year. Do you think that the Bisons could have been like this last year if Hobart was the guy the whole way through?
I'm gonna tell you, man. I believe the quarterbacks can get better over the season. I physically saw Rob Slater get better from week 1, 2, and 3 all the way through the rest of the season. And I think Hobart got a bad rap, maybe a little bit too early, and had, another part of that too also goes with the scheming and everything as well, But it's possible too, Bill. That's a very good question. It's very possible that the Bisons didn't perform last year because of the switching around, the switcheroos and stuff like that. And, we don't know. I'm not going to say Torres is a better quarterback than Hobart. I'm not going to say Hobart is a better, quarterback than Torres. I just know that Hobart got it done against the Huskies, and I think they had the number one unit out there for the most part. And that right there, man, is questionable.
This is my take that I'm going to take on this, man. So we're going to change it up a little bit, still stay on this topic. So my breakdown of this game is I feel like the Bisons, they are a team that can hang around with some good teams. And the reason why is if for guys who've watched season 5 of the RFL last season, this was a team that only got blown out maybe once or twice that season. They were in games because of their offense, more so because of that, and they lost most of their games because of their defense. They didn't add too much to their defense, but the pieces that they did add did make that defensive line stronger. You also got to remember that they lost 2 of their key linebackers at the start of the season for a while, and they had no run support whatsoever. You look at what they did here, the top running back for the Huskies had only 25 yards on the ground. So that, in a way, maybe it tells you that they are doing a better job with the run game. But once again, this is a pass-heavy team. We already know the Huskies like to sling the ball around. When we talk about Mark Hansen, he had a great performance, yes, and I do feel like he's going to be the future. With Brady Hudson in the loop, though, if this was Brady Hudson in this game, I don't think this game would have actually been this close. I think that's
how I feel. I feel that way. Yeah,
if Brady Hudson was in this game with Keith Guyton, and Keith Guyton alone at 8 receptions for 151 yards and a touchdown, and my boy Isaiah Streets out there was balling with over 100 yards as well. So
that was nuts.
You think about Brady Hudson with these weapons, other than Mark Hansen, this is a backup, 73 overall quarterback coming in here throwing for 349.
You know what's crazy? They didn't even have Leonidas in the game.
I was just gonna say that, man. I don't think they only have 25 yards on the ground with Leonidas in this game. We all know how sneaky good Leonidas is.
Yeah. I think that whole offense is gonna open up something ridiculous, man. Like right now, they're like a little what we gonna call it, man? A little private plane right now, man. But as soon as Leonidas gets in there and starts running the ball, man, I think that's going to open up for these wide receivers way more.
This is what I'm going to say about the Bisons, though. This is what I'm still going to say about the Bisons and why they still can hang with just about any team, no matter what they did last year. And the reason why I say this is because they still, with their starters, had the starting defense out there for the Huskies and put up these points. So it wouldn't have mattered if Brady Hudson was in. He would have still put up 31 points on this defense for the most part. And then you look at Brady Hudson coming in, maybe he would have scored more points than 34. But that goes to show you how deadly this offense, once again, getting back to that quarterback situation with Devin Hobart at the helm. He's looked phenomenal the entire preseason. I don't even think has he thrown an interception this preseason? I don't even think he has. He's been on point. He's been making plays. He's got the receivers there. And I'm not going to take away completely from Joseph Torres in terms of how he's been performing. He's looked good, but he hasn't looked great enough to lead this team. And that's why Devin Hobart is the guy.
So Coach Back just says that the Aviators crushed the Bisons.
Yeah, they crushed the Bisons. Yeah, they did. And what was that? Week 1 when the starters only played a quarter. So
we're gonna say it's the quarter.
We're gonna say it's the quarter.
I can say that.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say, like, if it was week 3 and you guys did that, then okay. But we're at week 1. Yeah, I was right. If it was week 3 and you guys did that, then yeah, that would make sense. But you guys only played them for 1 quarter. I think the Bisons can beat the Aviators in the regular season. Coach, you're going to have to prove me wrong, and I'm going to have to throw them punches out. So that's my take. Let's get a little spicy here tonight.
Okay, well, here's let me add some spice here, man. Let me add some spice. And I'm just throwing it out there because I like me some talking points. What if this is more of a sign of the Huskies' defense not being up to par this year for some reason?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they did lose just a couple of guys, but I felt like the guys that they lost weren't that instrumental, but they were still solid players. Obviously, starters on other teams.
Another thing I want to throw in that too is the fact that I think we may be just undermining this Oklahoma City offense a bit. You got to look at the weapons they have, even without Jay Morris really being an all-the-way consistent, productive back on the ground. The receiving core that they have is ridiculous. Even the tight end with Samuel Peterson. So with Devin Hobart, who's been extremely accurate, to have these guys at his disposal, this offense can compete with anybody. It's just a matter of what the defense can do to stop the opposing team. And when you're playing against tough teams that also have high-powered offenses like the Huskies, you're just really not going to be able to come out on top. But just like Bill said, with Devin Hobart, and just like you said as well, had Devin Hobart been able to play an entire season, I do feel that the Bisons would have won more than one game last season, because he's more of a better decision maker at this point. And of course, Torres is the guy for the future, but he's just not the guy right now.
Hey, look, I gotta add this sugar on top, man. And the Bisons lost by 3, but only really by 1 yard, because that Hail Mary at the end was nuts.
We forgot to even talk about that. That is crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, just before we go on to the next game here, I just wanted to make sure that Smitty, you got this message from Jay Morris in the chat. He said, "I don't have confidence in the pass defense now. Don't go too far now."
And the Bison's defense. Let's not get too carried away in this. We'll be talking about this game forever. But one thing I will say about the he's talking about his defense not being good. The secondary, is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he said he don't have faith in his pass defense.
Well, one thing I will say about the Oklahoma City's the safeties maybe aren't really that good, but your corners are good. Brockers is solid, and yeah, that's just about it. So I can't really give you guys too much. But I don't think your secondary is bad. I feel like it's more so your D-line. That secondary can be able to stand and hold up good enough, I think.
And hey, Roland and CP, I'm going to need you guys to throw some respect down, all right? You guys over here trying to hand out the NRC North like I'm not a thing right now. What are you guys doing? Calm down in there. Calm down.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about this game right here. The Brooklyn Barons. Shout out to Roland, man. You know, this guy's always hype. Anything Barons, he's going to gas it up. He's the hype man. Right. He's been all about his team, all about his players. He don't care what nobody has to say about these guys going 8-8 all the way up until he moved them up to what 9-7. But guess what? He this was a decent win with backups right here. Able to get it done over the Tigers, kept them to just one score with their starters, and the final score was 24-7.
Yeah, I actually I was really impressed with the Barons this one, but I'm gonna start first with the Tigers. I thought Billy Johnson looked solid, average, I would say. I mean, he didn't mess up too much, but he really didn't wow me. And because he didn't wow me in a game where, as we know, Roland didn't really put any of his starters out there, it sort of disappointed me a little bit. You know, like when we first saw him play, we're like, man, who Vandervelde? Who? We got Billy Johnson. You know, who cares? But I just expected him to play better against, let's be honest, the Barons defense wasn't the strength of their team last year all the way through. And to have them playing with the backups and you can't even put up more than 109 yards. To me, that was not a good sign for Billy Johnson, but I was really impressed with the Barons defense. And I thought that Caleb Brown was incredible. He was like a Swiss Army knife out there for him. He didn't have the most yards passing either, but he completed over 85% of his passes, had over 100 on the ground. Really impressed with them guys, but yeah, I came away a little disappointed with Billy Johnson just because we saw him play well earlier, and now here was his chance. He should have played exceptional in this game, considering he was playing against backups, because he's gonna have to play these guys twice this year, along with a bunch of other good teams. And I just thought he dropped the ball on this one.
Yeah, before you go, Rob, shout out to McCall here for the $5 donation. He says, fresh face in OKC, man. He's really excited to try to get in the league, man. He's been talking about where he's going to possibly go for months. It's probably going to be of course, it's going to be for even longer. Can't wait to see where you go, my guy. And he says, maybe it's time to replace Torres once Hobart kicks.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, boy. That's a little quick. But go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, man. I know Roland, man. He was excited to play a Chicago team, man. And I know he probably would rather have played the Cougars, but instead he had to go and slay those Tigers. We don't really claim them in the city of Chicago, but I'll go ahead and let you have that one for tonight, man. Hey, I thought it was a great game for the Barons. This first of all, I know we're gonna sleep on the Tigers team and everything, but look, these Tigers, man, got some solid youth, a great wide receiver core. They got the veteran out there. What's his name? Donald Brewer out there. They've got a solid running game with Madden and Heller. The defensive ends are pretty good on that team. The cornerbacks are solid. The safeties, they got a 92 overall safety, I believe, out there. And the linebacker Mojo, they've got some pieces, man. So when the Barons beat up on them, man, I said, look, man, these guys, first of all, the Barons are playing their backups, right, on offense. And on the defense, they were playing their second year guys or less, right? So it was a combination or whatever. But there were no real Barons out there, And so to go out and get a performance like this, and this is not a fluke performance. This was like shut down city. You could just tell, about how all the mechanics were working, how the Tigers just couldn't do, much of anything, and how they were able to control, like Barons just controlled the Tigers throughout the whole game, man. And so I thought that, versus the starters, man, I thought that was a solid scheme fit for the Barons, and and getting the backup, getting Brown out there. Now I know Brown came in there and ended up putting up what about 3 or 4 interceptions and everything, and obviously the whole read option thing, it wears on you. But I thought that they really did a good job against a decent. I don't think that the defense of the Tigers is below average. I actually think that the defense of the Tigers is actually probably middle of the pack to maybe even upper level of the pack. You know what I'm saying? Of the middle there. So, this was a good, solid performance for the Barons, and that's all I had to say about that one, man. Great job by Coach Rowland putting that scheme together.
Yeah, I'll talk about this Tigers defense that you mentioned. I do also feel like they're middle of the pack too. Maybe could be above average type of defense, and they've always been a defensive team. But they haven't been able to really win games off of that alone, like the T-Birds and other teams. But one thing I could say is that let's also remember, 14 points was put up in the fourth quarter for the Barons. And that's when the backups and the other guys came in. So the Tigers also did the same exact thing to the Barons by keeping them on hush, despite the effort that Caleb Brown had with his 100-plus yards on the ground and through the air, which is impressive. Of course, we can't wait to see what's going to go on there with Ryan Branker at the helm, because Coach has been gassing him up since last year. But we're going to see exactly what he's going to do here. Of course, he's going to make the offense, I believe, perform a little bit better. But the Tigers was also shutting it down. But also, you don't really know, because that's what they were supposed to do against guys who weren't really the starters out there. So we really don't know how this is going to turn out. These are two division teams. I don't even know why they're playing in the preseason. Madden, get this right. But at the end of the day, the Tigers, like you said, Billy Johnson, this was his opportunity to really show out and just look good and show that he could possibly be the franchise quarterback for this organization. We know he's still very young. And we talk about how great of a game he had last week. He had a great game against the London Monarchs. Anybody for the most part, and sorry about this, Cam, but anybody is pretty much going to have a great game against the London Monarchs. You're just not going to be able to really, off of that game alone, tell if a player is ready for this situation. And the way he played against the Barons, we know it's the preseason, but you got to play 3 quarters, and all you could put up was a touchdown to your tight end, Joey Lott, and that was it. So with that being said, definitely do got to give a shout-out to Rowland. The Barons got it done, but they also couldn't put up points either. We don't know what this offense is going to look like with the starters in, so we can't really say that they got everything together. But I do also like what they did on defense as well. But that was also one of the weaker areas for Chicago Tigers. Their offense is not the greatest. They might be average to maybe to below. So with that being said, that's my take on this game, man. But it's still a good, solid win for the Brooklyn Barons.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed this at all, but this whole time we've been talking about the Barons, Frankie has been going in at Rowland, because here we go. RFL season's back, and Rowland is out here just, talking that, again.
Talking that dolphin.
Yeah. I'm not going to make the dolphin noise because that would sound probably weird.
Yeah. And I see Jay Morris talking about, I love Torres. Well, man, let's save that question, Jay, for the end. So we don't keep talking about that Bison's game, because we had a lot to say on that already. So let's just move on to the next game here. And this was a great one to watch. Came down to the wire. 2 last-minute scores from both teams. The Austin Desperados traveled to the new Orlando team, which I know Coach Tor hates, of course. But the Wizards were able to get it done. Final score 30-29.
I was really impressed with, I can't say I was too impressed with Agramonte, just because I already knew that he is a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback. So I just thought both quarterbacks were really good in this one. Mason impressed me. I think it was last year he had somewhat of a turnover issue for quite some time, if I remember correctly. And he comes out 23 of 29, 241 yards. He doesn't put up any touchdowns, but he kept the offense afloat and moved them down the field when needed. And it was, like you said, a great game. Both of these guys are ready to rock for the regular season. Again, I'll say it again. I apologize for assuming Eric Fisher might be able to be the guy. That's so far from the truth, and Mason's proven it to me every single week. I'm also impressed with it because some people don't really, either if they don't know or they forget, that the Wizards were the Marshals last year. And that team is good on defense, man. These guys have a great defense. And for them to be able to perform like this against the Wizards defense, I thought was really, really impressive. And I just thought it was a great game. Hall struggled again to be able to establish the ground game a little bit better this time around, but that might happen when you play the Wizards because, like I said, they're a very disciplined team. They're very talented. But yeah, I just came away impressed with both offenses. I'd like to see obviously the defenses maybe hold up a little bit more than what they did, but it's preseason, so I'll let it slide. Overall, great game.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about this game. Obviously, just a great game, great performances from both of the quarterbacks. And I got to rest in peace to Henry Moss because Levi Mack officially just permed his hair with that hit that he had on him, man.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
also
permed his hair. I like that.
yeah, and then your boy out there, the wide receiver, Divine Smitty that you talked about, Taj Divine.
Bag
Incredible
on
catch.
His head. Incredible.
Facts. Yeah, so a great game, man. I'm gonna leave that at that.
Yeah, nothing really too much to talk about this. I think just good on both sides, and just the ending with those 2 touchdowns, man. You had the on the head catch from Divine, and then you had this guy. I still don't even have this guy's name. I don't have the depth chart up right now. I don't even know if he's on the roster. Romo, if you're here, let us know if he even made the 53-man cut, number 80 for the Wizards.
Oh, that's Draco Fitzgerald.
Draco. Looked like
Draco Fitzgerald.
Looked like a Draco out there, man, because he was spitting them rounds out there as he was able to get that touchdown.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just gonna put this out there too because I played these guys, and throughout the weeks and months leading up to the first game, man, I got a taste of Draco, man, and he was balling all the time. Like
Did he make the cut though? What happened?
I don't know. I don't think we even heard the announcement, but I really hope he did. Otherwise, somebody's gonna be watching that waiver wire here this week.
Look at Romo.
In the chat. He made the cut.
Make the 53 with that catch.
It was the catch.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
After that, man, you can't cut a guy like that. Got to build on him. I don't even know his overall, but it don't even matter. He was a 99 on that play that night.
Didn't Jamoya Golf catch some ankles too?
Oh yeah, Golf was out there killing too with the 5 catches he had. Man, he was balling. Yeah. And it still pains me even to talk about when Connor used to coach the Diablos and he wasted a year of this guy's career. He's just still, ever since coming back, even before he came back when he was playing, this guy's been a baller. And, sucks that he lost a year, but still reminding us that he's a playmaker at wide receiver. Should have never been a running back. And, man, just making plays. Just a great game all around. Good win here for the Wizards. All right, next game we had going on. There you go, Rob. You got to call your own game. Against the London Bulldogs. And this came down
in the chat right now.
came down to the wire as the Cougars was able to get it done by 4 points, 31-27.
This game was over in the first.
Well, I'll keep mine short. I'll keep mine short so that way, Rob, you can do your thing. What I just wanted to put out there, man, is I don't really know what Rob Slater decided to do in that first part of the game, but it was not the Rob Slater we saw before. Luckily, though, because Chicago has such a talented team, they rallied back. Slater's finally sort of figured out his issues and, led the team back and got him in the position to end up winning the game, which I thought was great. I took 2 things away from this game, one for each team. The first one, man, I know he might not be the highest overall, but I have a feeling that Christian Nash might be a guy that we have to keep an eye on for getting some significant snaps during the season because he just seems to have an it factor that you just didn't see with the Bulldogs last year. No offense to Matt Wheaton, but he's just a different type of guy. He's not that kind of flashy runner. And my second one, the beginning of this game proved to me that while there was speculation, and we talked about it back and forth for a month or two, Rob, you
Mhm.
made the right decision in going to get Geno, because
Yeah, of course.
Rob
Yeah.
Slater coming out here against a mixture of some half starters or whatever the case was and backups
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
looking like that, you cannot have that. And it just showed to me that it was time for Slater to stop being a starter. So those are the two things I took away from the game.
Yeah, man. Guys giving my guy Slater a hard time, man. I get it. He threw the 2 picks and everything, but come on, guys. I'm playing with the bottom half of my wide receiver core, man. I had Bullard out there, Smith out there, and Grimes. Grimes is in the 1, so obviously the interception. But I'm not going to get into all that. It was real cute, Reed. Real cute, man. Real cute little setup there. I saw your little scheme you put together and everything. I'm not gonna beat up Reed. Reed did a good job of scheming this guys very, very well. But come on, man. That's all backups right there, man. He had no offensive touchdowns in this game, man. No, we gave up no offensive touchdowns to this guy. We had five trips to the red zone. We scored 4 touchdowns and 1 field goal in this ball game, man. His defense, I'll give him that. In the first quarter, yeah, he kind of shook up Slater a little bit. Slater's out here. He's been off season. We haven't really trained with him. We just threw him into the mix and everything because we decided to go a different way. But come on, man, y'all think that's going down in a real game in the season? Like, that's not going down at all, man. So I'm just gonna say, man, I'm not gonna talk on the Bulldogs because I'm gonna let Smitty talk on the Bulldogs and what he saw with them. But I did rest in peace Slater's preseason comeback, man, because they kind of quickly overshadowed that with the picks. I thought it was going to go a different way, but at the same time, man, that's a solid win for my Cougars. Even though the score may seem like it's inflated a little bit, like all those points came off of early mistakes by Robert Slater, giving up 21 points. Robert Slater literally gave them 21 points. So other than that, they did nothing on the Cougars, but get 2 field goals, 6 points. So this is 31-6 in my book. Go ahead, Smitty.
Yeah, this was Rob Slater definitely came out there rusty, man. He probably was a little bit salty, thought it was over for him. Rob signed him back. And, just a little bit rusty out there. And like you said, didn't have the weapons out there. I think if he would have had, London Lions and old boy Contavious Henderson out there, you didn't even play the tight end Jamil Darby, did you?
No, I didn't even play Darby.
Didn't even play Darby. So, imagine Rob Slater with those weapons. They would have probably been looking a little bit like last year, So when I say he still made 2 terrible decisions with those interceptions, yes, he did. But I also do think it's a mixture of who he was playing with. And then look at the rest of the performance. He threw 2 touchdowns. He just bounced back in typical Rob Slater fashion with 2 touchdowns, over 300 passing yards. I still think the guy's got it, and he's going to be a great, valuable backup option if anything were to happen to Geno. Hopefully he's not made out of glass like LC3. Good thing LC3 didn't get injured. We'll talk about that game when we get to it. It might be next. But the Chicago Cougars, they still did a great job. Rob Slater was able to help lead them down the field for this win as well. He played 3 quarters, and then the backup came in. It was more so Rob Slater in the offense getting it done to get up those points to stay competitive with the Bulldogs. But like Rob said, this team was not scoring touchdowns either. But I think Reed didn't also have all his starters in either. So we don't know what is going to happen between this match. Do you guys even see each other this season?
No, I don't think we meet, man. I have to meet him in the well, I'm not going to be in the wild card. So I'll have to meet him in the second round.
All right. So, okay. So with that being said, we don't know what's going to happen, what could happen with the full starters right here. I still think it would have been a great game, but I will harp off of Bill's message as well. Christian Nash is looking fire. I like Christian Nash, man. He was a generic rookie out of the draft class, and he actually turned out to be a solid gem. Every carry, he just looked like he was making the right decisions, hitting the right lanes, and just making plays, even catching out of the backfield. And the guy's got it. He definitely has that it factor. Great win for the Cougars still, though, and also great performance by the Bulldogs.
Smitty, hold on for a second, man. We got a perm alert. Mitchie just permed somebody in the chat, man.
I tried telling General Blaze that we don't take these open questions here in the beginning segment, and instead of just accepting that, he wants to keep going, and now he's timed out, which because he's getting upset. This is the one that I think is asking. I think we talked about this the other day, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. So what are we going to ask? So
let's entertain him since he won't stop spamming the chat with his questions. He wants to get off of the Thunderbirds, right? This is General Blaze is Clifton General, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. So I was not able to respond on your message at the time that you sent it, but we'll definitely talk about that. I actually was, thinking on getting with you to talk to you about all your options and everything there. So
now that you're tripping, we ain't doing it no more. It's canceled.
Well, no, I'm gonna put this out there though. Like, I'm not even trying to be like rude or anything, but like, man, if you're paying attention to our rosters, but I really don't know where you're gonna end up going. That's not gonna be the same situation. Like, we don't have a bunch of 74 overall running backs out here starting, man. Like, that's just the unfortunate truth. So,
and I guess it would be best to give you that information verbally, so I don't do it through text. Because everybody who knows me knows that I'm not a guy who texts a lot, and I'm slow as molasses with that. So what I'm going to say is, just like Bill said, you really do not have an option to play anywhere outside of the Thunderbirds. You got great tape. We already know you got great tape, but there's no team that is really willing to put you in an opportunity to get touches like you were with the Thunderbirds. Now, your touches has definitely been diminished this year due to the fact, of course, Kozera's gone, and he was throwing you in there with those rotations and not using his backs, his better backs at the time. And so Overstreet's the guy, and he showed that in the preseason. The guy's a monster. He should be getting the touches. You also showed you got the ability, to make some moves and stuff like that. I will still entertain to try to see about moving you somewhere, but I'm telling you right now, by the time, if we do end up finding you somewhere to go, you won't be able to come back to the Thunderbirds because I'm going to keep with Malcolm McDaniels. He's going to be the guy that we're going to mold to be the backup. You also got to look at the depth chart. You got Rashawn Overstreet, who is 30 years old, about to be out the door anyway. You're the next guy up. If you leave now in that situation, then you will never be able to get the opportunity to start. Now, you may have to wait. Of course, you're definitely going to have to wait for the most part this year. You never know. You might get injured and come into the game. But the following year, you don't know. Maybe the knockoff. I think Overstreet's still going to be the better halfback. So you might have to wait even another season after that. But you are the next guy up. And you already know it's a process in the RFL. If you don't go through that process, you want to try to move and make things try to happen fast, it's not going to turn out the way you think, and you're not going to end up playing. And so that's why all the way honest truth with you on that. I'm not mad at you asking a question. I know that you really wanted to get that answered. I could not respond to you at the time because, I get a ton of messages, but you do got to think about those things before you get hot-headed and try to head out of there, because I'm still looking out for you to make sure that you got an opportunity to play, but you got to be patient. You got to wait. That's what the RFL is all about.
Hey, y'all spell that.
What's that?
Man, Speedy done turned Blades into some General Tosos just now, man. Boy, cooked just now. Oh, Lord. This is crazy.
Well, and this is the other thing that sort of grinds my gears a little bit, too. Like he was like, oh, I've been here since season 1. Yeah, but, like, where have you been, though? We have guys in this chat right now that I have seen in almost every single stream at every single game for the last year and a half, 2 years. And then it's like, as soon as you come in with a question, we're supposed to just drop our whole podcast and answer the question. I'm like, come on now, man. Like, come in the Discord, join the Discord and actually be a part of the community. Right. You probably already have had this stuff figured out for yourself. Maybe you wouldn't have been stuck in the Thunderbirds this year to begin with if you would have actually been in the community. All these other dudes are, so it's like, it's just, to me, it's like, you can't just come up here and say, well, I was here 5.5 years ago and I come to 3 streams a year and now I expect to just be traded to wherever I want to go and start. Like, it just doesn't work like that, man. I'm sorry.
And that's for all the guys, that's been looking for trades and stuff like that, man. And you know that the RFL is a process. This is not the basic Madden franchise where you're going to be playing multiple seasons in a year. This is a 1-year season deal, just like the NFL. You got to be patient. And I've been preaching this even to the rookies that are going to be coming up here. A lot of guys excited to talk about getting drafted and playing right away. I'm telling you guys right now, probably most, if not any of you guys for the most part, will be playing depending on where you're going in your first year, maybe even your second year also. If you really are dedicated to the process of your player, you're really dedicated to this league, then that will show with you being in attendance and, of course, supporting the RFL, supporting your team that you're on, even though you're not playing. And if you're doing that, your success story is going to be way greater than, you complaining, never getting an opportunity to start. You leave, and then you're gone, and your guy finally gets an opportunity to play, and you never get to see it. So that happens a lot. You don't want to be that guy. Understand it's a process joining the RFL. You are not going to play right away. This is the pros. It's supposed to be like the pros, man. This is not the college series. You're going to come in here and do damage. You're not going to do that. Very few have been able to do that. And not to even throw shots at Drew Brewer. He's one of the most active guys. Right? We haven't even seen him in the preseason. I know that guys with, Reed was sitting him a little bit. But he got to play in a couple of games, and you can already see the difference. It wasn't dominating like it was in college. So it's completely different when you get to this level, and you have to wait. You're not going to be able to jump in the action right away. We already did you a favor by flipping the college series times so that you guys don't have to wait an entire year now to go into the RFL, and you'll be able to just go straight from the college into your rookie season. So, that's all we can do for you. You guys got to be patient, and eventually, over time, it will get to the point where you'll be able to have that playing time because guys are going to retire. But you got to respect the old guys. You got to respect the legends that have been here before you. We're not about to sit guys like even let's look at Justin's situation, for example. Dre Crowell. Justin Jones, he's a beast right now. Yes, 85 overall, he's solid. But we're not just going to sit him just because he's a community member. What about Dre? What about the other players that have already established a legacy here, made big plays for those teams? You're not going to start over those guys. So, get it through your head that unless you're a freakish athlete or a player or something, you will get the opportunity. But if you think that you're going to play right away, it's just not going to happen.
Hey, Spitty, just don't tell Jones that he's not ready to play, man.
Hey, this is what I want to know, though. Hey, this is what I want to know. When was the last time that Dre Crowell threw 4 touchdowns against the Dreadnoughts?
Hey, don't do it, Bill.
I'm about to say. Let Dre Crowell have been in that game. He threw 6 of them bulls.
Oh, got cut the other day.
I was just kidding. I just wanted to say it.
What you say, man? I was kind of scared before. He actually got to check me a little bit, man. I was in the call like, oh, hold on, Jones. Hold on, God.
Yeah. But we already know Jones is the preseason warrior, man.
Yeah, preseason warrior.
That's like the worst compliment you could give a player.
It is, but it's also, like Rob said, a little check. We already know Jones going to be decent, but who's going to give the team, honestly, a run for their money every week in a game? It's Dre. Got to keep the guy there. Justin, more than likely, you're going to be that guy. Once you beat Dre in overall, which he should have a regression, we already know you're the next man up, even if he has the best season of his career this year, which he already had last season. So we'll see how that goes. Speaking of Celtic Tiger, let's talk about the game. Dreadnoughts game, man. Here, 41-38 was the final score. And look at those stats, man. There goes those 4 touchdowns that Bills were talking about with Justin. What's your thoughts on this game?
Man, I was just wondering what the heck happened to either of these guys' defense in this game. Holy moly. They weren't there. They were gone. Out of there.
Yeah, for most of the game.
Yeah. Man. But no, I thought Jones looked good, and we knew that was going to happen. I think we all can say that confidently that we know Jones was going to perform well. He's a very good quarterback, and honestly, if he wasn't for being on the Celtic Tigers, he'd probably already been a starter this past year, or if not sooner. But yeah, I thought both offenses looked great, and that's about all I can say because the defenses I can't say the same thing for.
It was all good. It was kind of cute. It was real cute, Frankie. I like that gameplay you put together, boy. I saw it. Yep, going back and forth. It was 24-21. Everything was all good. Everything, man. And then, boy, oh boy, those Celtic Tigers showed up again, man. That's one of the main problems with a lot of teams. They can't play every single quarter all the way through the whole game. Celtic Tigers are notorious, man. They can just start off from quarter 1 and just continue going, and they'll wear you down. Before you know it, it's 41 points put on you, man. And so I really liked what Frankie did. Whatever you did in the beginning, man, work on that. I think Tor knows the same exact way I did. We all go through it, bro. You're trying to find a way to slay this dragon, man. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, what's crazy is that they didn't even have the Dragon Master on the field, man. They had Jones out there. Jones, great day. The four touchdowns, obviously, light work for him. He continues to do his thing. Worsley, I liked what I saw to him. Iani obviously doing a great job. I don't have much to say about it either, man. I thought it was a great game. Justin Jones, man, what do you say? Preseason Prince out here, man. Two back-to-back preseasons with 4 touchdowns, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 8 total touchdowns in a year. In what? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, whatever. 2 years. But yeah, man, that's pretty awesome there, man. Great work by the both teams. Great work by Frankie.
And this
And
time
just,
he did
I
it.
just want to say this real quick because apparently I didn't specify enough for Frankie. And I'm going to say Frankie because there's 42 people in this chat, and only one of them didn't know I was talking about Justin Jones before. I was not talking about Matt Jones with his 2 interceptions or Cam Jones because I don't even know how much playing time he got. So I was talking about Justin Jones, Frankie. I'm sorry that that wasn't apparent, bud.
Yeah, so my takeaways from this, man, Matt Jones, he looked impressive, man, and there was a couple throws where he's, off the ball. He had the 2 interceptions, but before he threw those 2 interceptions, he was balling. I think as soon as those interceptions came, what was that, the second half and the third? That's when the Celtic Tigers defense really started turning up. Yeah, that's when things started getting ugly. Definitely got to do something with the Celtic Tigers defense. I don't know what type of defense they were in. The entire middle was wide open. And Jones was just hitting that all day. Malcolm Buchanan was killing in that game. You see him with the most receiving yards at the end of this. He had that post route over the middle, too, on the first drive. I think it was within 3 plays. Matt Jones with a quick connection. And you can see Matt Jones also doing a better job this season. Went up a couple overalls, and now you can see him reading the defenses a little bit better. And he had himself a really solid performance. And Matt Niani, the old GOAT, doing what he does, man, and, making plays. He's picking up where he left off last season. Guys tend to forget, guys think that Matt Niani throughout his career has always been this great. He was always a deep threat. All he was a deep threat back in his time for the first 3 seasons. And then he had the third and the fourth season in season 4, season 4, he was not as productive. He actually lost his development due to his play. And I remember when he was creating them, and he said, somebody asked me, what happened to his dev? I said, he has to earn it. This guy went down from an X Factor down to a superstar, and this last season that he had just this past year was incredible, man. Second in receiving yards, beast mode. Then he comes in preseason, puts up over 100 yards off of 6 catches, 3 of those, half of those catches going for touchdowns. Guy's an absolute monster. Trey Worsley got it done, and he was splitting time with 81 yards against the starting defense. I saw a lot of great things on both sides, and that's really all I can say about it.
Smitty, man, I also found out what was wrong with the Celtic Tigers defense as well, man.
What was that?
Apparently, it was that new deal you got with them Yutters, man. They took the Yutters off halfway through the game, and that's what they sparked up, man.
Yeah, they took them off, and that's why they were terrible. Took them off. Hey, the Yutters would have changed everything, man. They got to get the green version. I'm about to start having flavors with these Yutters, man.
No way, the greens. Man, oh man. Those gonna be called the pants.
Bro,
the pants.
If we could mod that in the game, bro, we gotta do it at least one time. Especially for the Pioneers.
Elf shoes?
Yeah, Elfies. But moving on to the next game. Oh, what's going on here? Not put in the Thunderbirds picture? Okay, this is weird.
I see it. Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, okay, that's weird because I definitely clicked those things and it still didn't show up, but who cares? But here goes the Thunderbirds game that we were talking about, man. T-Birds looking like the T-Birds we expected them to, man. That defense still ferocious, still shutting it down and getting it done against the Thunderbirds. The offense looked great too, but definitely got to change up that read option to not have LC3 run that no more because I was surprised he didn't get injured. Yeah, he was gassed, but the Thunderbirds get it done 27-3.
Man, I'm not even gonna say nothing here. I'm not like I'm just gonna leave it alone, man. The Condors, it wasn't even fair for them. They had starters sitting, and they had the Thunderbirds coming in all guns a-blazing. I'm just gonna leave that one alone, man. Take it away, Rob.
Man, look, I just got 4 bells, man. Go ahead and give them the 4 bells, man. First of all,
I'm gonna say it for each one you say. I'm gonna play it right after you say it. So what's the first bell?
Bells for this 59-minute workout tape because this game was started at 6 and was over at 7, I believe it was, or whatever, man. And technically it was like 6:57 when this game was over, man. So yeah, bell for that. Bell because I've seen P90X and Jazzercise classes last longer than this game, man. I couldn't believe that, man. You literally I put another bell A bell for Pizza Hut, because you could have literally ordered a pizza, and this game would have been over before the pizza even got back to your crib, man. So I had to give it a bell for that, man. And I gave it another bell, man, because this is like the Angry Birds versus Tweety beat down Central on these Condors, man. They gotta do something else, man, because this was nuts, man. I couldn't believe this when I saw it. I never even thought it would be like this. But it was just pandemonium, man. And I don't get it. I don't get it at all, man. You got LC3 out here jogging around. He's out here just jogging the first downs, and they still dragged him. You know what I mean? It's like LC3 was playing with a thorn in his foot or something, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was hobbling around, like an injured puppy. And they still dragged the Condors, man. How does that even happen? I don't even know, man. But yeah, man. Boy, rest in peace to that, man. Okay, I'm done with my sermon, man.
Yeah, that was a good sermon right there. A couple of bells, well needed. Church service is in session. Because one thing I'm about to say about this also, man, that was a grade A. I can't say the word, but it was a beatdown. They got absolutely destroyed. And one thing I can, I guess, say to the offense of the Thunder of the Condors, even though you put up 3 points, I'm going to bell you for that. 3 points, that was terrible. But still, you did not have your starting offense in the game. That's understandable. No Chase McCoy, no Clark Jaguar, no Buki Johnson. All right, we understand. Maybe the offense didn't put up some points because of that. But it doesn't look like that would have mattered because of how great this Thunderbirds defense was doing. We're going to talk more about the Thunderbirds defense. Already got another session we're going to talk about with that they absolutely washed the Condors, man. Absolutely washed you guys away. You had Caleb, Colby Brown. What?
Bro, you gotta calm down, man. This isn't even like...
Well,
they shut down like the number one offense, man.
Oh, no. Look. You're not going to give them credit for shutting the Condors down like this?
Credit, but you're over here acting like...
Hold up. We might got to give a bell. We might got to give a bell to Bill, man.
Here goes the politics now, guys.
Here we go. Might got to give a bell to Bill because he hating on them Thunderbirds. Hating on them Thunderbirds.
They took him down. Colby Brown didn't stand a chance. Yeah, of course he did. It's Colby Brown.
Hey, man. Thunderbirds did what they were supposed to do. Okay, they did what they were supposed to do. And even though it was a team that was not going to put up points, these guys still showed, even though it's the Condors, they're going to do everybody like this.
Bro,
and I played the bell. R.I.P.
Bill is not giving not a nickel, not a dime to the Thunderbirds ever. Not a peanut, bro. It don't matter, bro. Like, you gotta give it to them.
It's not even that though, man. Like it's the Condors.
Nothing goes down on my watch. You guys got fat while we starved in the street. It's mine. Bill is not playing over there at the NRC.
So you're not gonna give them they just do for this game though?
I just said they did awesome. I said that wasn't even fair for the Condors, but I'm not going to sit here and act like they're the 85 Bears because they beat a backup Condors team.
We're gonna leave Bill out of all Thunderbirds. Bill out of all Thunderbird combos. The rest of the
year, can go ahead, man. Just cause, like, I hate how like just because I'm their rival that like I get roped into like not being fair to them. Like that's a legit thing I just said, bro. Like it's the backup Condors. We don't need to anoint them already. Like it's preseason. It's the backup team.
I just think you don't want to anoint them because they.
We all know they have a great defense. Nobody's questioning that.
Yeah, we got to praise these guys though. We got to praise these guys when they have a great defense.
It's just like something different, man. Like. It's like if it's not Celtic Tigers or Thunderbirds, you just don't have that kind of zest in your voice. You just like,
well, guess what? I didn't. Hold up. I had some zest. I didn't have zest in the stream.
You were talking about your long lost crush right now when you started talking with the Thunderbirds.
Let's think about this though. They wash these boys. I gotta have zest for this. I gotta have zest.
All right, man.
They wash the car. I know it's the backups. And did I not give him credit for not having Chase McCoy and Clark Jaguar? Yeah. But would it have made a difference for real? We don't know. But I do know. You feel what I'm saying? They would have still did them dirty. So I'm gonna just say Thunderbirds defense is solid. The offense, man, that's the part that if they get that together, it's going to be another dangerous team. We're going to talk more about them later on, though. Let's go ahead and move on to the game before Bill has an aneurysm on the stream. But we'll move on to the final game.
You can say whatever you want, man. You can't tell me I'm wrong. You can't. So now, if they would have done this against a really, really solid team, sure, man, I'd be right there with you, man. I would. But like, it's a backup Condors, man. We got to chill a little bit.
All right, Bill. All right, so let's move on to the next game here. River Hogs, whatever, man. Man, I wish I had your daggone voice on these keys. I would have played that. We got to get a session for this guy. But the Bulls took on the River Hogs. This was a pretty decent game. Hunter Mackey, still, old head, only missed 2 passes out of 19, getting it done. The 2 touchdowns. We got to see some great backup play out of the Brooklyn Bulls, though, man. That running back McCray was getting it done. But the Riverhawks still got it done here, though, 30-28.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what, because all of a sudden, like, I don't think the stream is a problem. My thing is freaking out right now. But anyway,
you're saying like something's wrong?
No. I don't think anything's wrong. But my screen went dark for a second, so I just had to refresh here. But great. It freaked me out because I thought maybe something did go wrong. Great showing by the Riverhogs, man. I thought the offense looked really well, and I think Rob, you said this in the stream. It seemed like the guys sort of seemed to have their mojo back a little bit, man, because they were playing really good, and that's something we're gonna have to keep an eye on because a lot of these guys in the Riverhogs, they're towards the end of their career, man. That's just the honest truth, and they might be rallying right now for a last minute push, So that's something I really want to see this year, and Hunter Mackey can get it done. We know what Hunter Mackey can do when he's on point. And I just wanted to say as well, like, yes, it was a loss, but I just want to say congrats to Coach Klein because you get your first RFL game out of the way, which I remember that. It's like just getting that out of the way and getting like the pressure of it off so you can understand what you're going to deal with next time, man, and getting into the groove for the first time. I thought it was a good game for them, even though it was the first one and a loss. But that's all I really had for that. Impressive for the Riverhogs, and Klein gets his first game in RFL.
Shout out to the donations. We got a $10 donation from Christian Williams and a $15 from Jacob McCall, who's sitting up here trying to give me a bell, saying that when the Explorers whoop the T-Birds, I expect a bell.
Yeah,
that's a $15.
We're gonna see. I honestly look. I'm not even going to get into it because
let me like seriously be real here. No like little like animations or nothing aside. It's like, look, I am fully aware how good the Thunderbirds are. Everybody's fully aware of how good the Thunderbirds are, man. Like, I just really honestly don't think that like this game against the Condors this week was really that big, bro. Like, come on. I expected that from them. That's expectations for me. Like, I want to see them do that against like a good offensive team and a starting team. And then I'll be like, yes, these dudes are just as good as they were last year and we're ready to rock. But like, I'm just not going to say like, we're ready to like end the season over a backup Condors team. That's what I was trying to say before.
So Bill, you don't think with the starters playing for both teams, it would have been like 48-0?
The starters played for the Thunderbirds. What do you mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying
the Thunderbirds had full bore against a backup Condors team. And like, why are we acting like the Thunderbirds did this amazing feat? That's all I was saying. I don't care that the Thunderbirds have a great team. We know that.
That's the thing, though. They got to get gassed up with a great performance. It doesn't matter if it's not
a great performance,
they got
though, bro.
What do you mean it's not a great performance?
That's a Relo Bowl contender against the first overall pick like a year ago.
First off, we're going to go ahead and get a look at the play because I made a clip. I get what you're saying, but we're not going to just sit here and wash it over like they didn't do something. We got to talk about the Thunder. That was a great performance. They can wash these dudes in 1 hour.
They want to wash a team like that in like the regular season. I'll sit here and say yes, they are awesome. But like, I'm not going to do that on backups, bro.
Well, look, man, that's why I said you're not going to do that. But what's the name?
Nobody
Rob gave
should.
great
energy.
It doesn't
matter that I'm a division opponent.
Rob
Nobody
gave great
should,
energy.
Bro.
He gave these guys 4 bells for their performance. So what are you saying?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just putting it out there.
It looks like you just don't want the Thunderbirds to be in the headline.
Don't do that though. That's not the case, man.
Look, man.
That's not the case.
So why am I getting talked about with this gassing up the T-Birds, man? Like, what are you saying? They still went out and did the job. I can't gas them.
They were supposed to though.
Hey man,
Bill's not giving the Thunderbirds
you're not going to give them a shake.
It's not that I'm not giving it to them.
And we know you're not giving them a shake.
They shouldn't get yet.
We're not going to give them a shake, but we're not going to downplay these guys like they didn't do anything. That's all I'm saying. Like, we're not.
It was a 27-6 game against backups
because of their offense. And if they had, they would have done better if the offense probably wasn't even calling read option that much. They get the offense right. that'll be a topic we'll talk about. But that's what I'm saying. That's still a great performance. That defense was still making the plays like they were before. It didn't matter if it was the backups.
Against Kobe Brown. You're right.
Yeah,
against
but
Kobe
you can
Brown.
have teams who play up against their starters, against backups, and still not have a stellar performance like that. That was still a great performance no matter what. They got the job done as expected. So, yeah, we're going to talk about it.
All right, man. That's how we roll, man. We're gonna do it. Kobe Brown's a beast, and they shut him down. Woo!
All right, Bill. Let's go ahead. We're gonna let Bill go ahead and have his moment there. But who did you talk about this game, Rob?
No, I got a couple of things.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this game.
Okay, finally back to their segment. Shout out to Coach Brandon Klein, man. I really like what you did with Tony Wilson, this guy McCray here. Oh boy, I really like that guy McCray, man. He was looking the real deal. I mean, I know we're gonna say, oh, backups and everything. But actually, was that the Riverhawks starting defense, Smitty? I believe.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah, he looked great. He looked great, man. You could just see the movement in him, the decision making and everything. I really like that guy right there. So, nice game plan put together right there. Also, really like that guy, that middle linebacker they had on the other side. His name was Knight, I think. Knight was really doing a great job in the middle, man. For the Bulls. I was just happy, as Bill kind of mentioned. I was really happy to see the Riverhogs just look normal again, man. Like, they haven't looked normal to me for over a year. And I remember when I came to this league, I remember watching some Hunter Mackey games, and Shivers and all those guys, and I was like really impressed by that team. People don't realize, like, these guys got like a solid wide receiver core. I know they're in the 30 club. Who's that? Rosemine,
and
Leach, and Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
They also got Godfrey. He's a youngster. And they also got Shropshire. And so these guys actually have a solid passing game, man. And I think it's kind of under noticed in the RFL, man, but so maybe check those guys out from game to game. It just felt like vintage Riverhogs. Respect to what Austin Briley was trying to do with them last year. He kind of kept them in the mix of things, but it just never got to the scale of what this is right here, man. This was just something you really didn't see much last year. And I think that this is what they actually can really do, against teams. And it's scary in a sense, because if you don't have 3 cornerbacks, and some solid linebackers, these guys are going to kill you, man. You know what I mean? And so I really like that. Also, I got a new name I want to deem for these secondary: McAllister, Washington, Ajlani, and Dixon, man. Those guys are now young, fly, flashy. YFF, #YFF, man. I'm liking those guys right there, man. Those guys are looking pretty solid in that secondary, man. All of them young, 22 years of age, 21. Yo, these guys need a coach and a little bit of just oomph on the draft, man. Some pickups and everything. Those guys are looking pretty sweet. This is obviously an AI team, so they're not going to get all the clout. Anthony Washington is the biggest player on the defense. Obviously, he's always out there. Salute to him, man. But yo, start to recognize these Riverhawks secondary, man. These guys are all right. That's all I had.
Yeah. I don't really have too much to say about this game. It was a great performance by the Riverhogs and everything. A great performance by the Bulls too, with their backup guys. Tony Wilson ended up really having a great game. As I think he only came in the fourth quarter and played and threw for more yards than the original starter that was starting for them. He had 2 touchdown passes. You can see right there. He came in and lit it up. So you saw a lot of great things out of their backup guys. And nothing really too much to say about this game. Just a great game. Give credit to the Riverhogs, of course, for this win. Of course, this is what you kind of expected for the offense, but I think you saw a lot more from the Bulls, more so than you did from the Riverhogs, because of these backups really coming out here balling. I mean, 21 carries, 130 yards. I would like to see what McCray turns into in the future here for this organization. If he is the backup, I'm not even sure if he was the 3rd string or the 2nd. I'm not really sure on what that is. We'll have to see and check into that. But still a great win there for the Riverhawks. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the schedule. So I don't have a graphic for that. I will just read these out. It's the preseason, so there's no need in really predicting on who we think is going to win. So there's no point of even getting to that. So what we're going to have tomorrow, I guess we'll say the schedule out. We already got the schedule out there. You guys can see it on the website. But what the games you guys will see tomorrow will be the Mexico City Diablos taking on the Memphis Steamers at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll be calling that game. And that, once again, that's tomorrow. Following my game at 8 p.m. Eastern, it'll be Rob Roby calling the Sacramento Condors taking on the Dublin Shamrocks. And then, of course, you guys can see the rest going on the website as talked about. But let's go ahead, and I guess it's time to get into another segment here, Bill. Let's talk about these T-Birds. Let's talk about these T-Birds, man. So let's get an honest opinion. Do you think that this current team of the Thunderbirds will get back to the NRC championship?
Well, can I speak my mind without being assumed I'm being biased? Because it seems like every time I try to have an actual conversation, I get accused of being biased.
I'm giving you that light now here, Bill. So go ahead.
Well, you should be giving me that all the time. I think I deserve that. But okay. Anyway, I think that they have a very strong shot at it. There's only one other team that I think that really stands in their way, and that's my team, the Explorers. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. I think it's a 50-50 shot. I think one of those two teams, the Explorers or the Thunderbirds, will probably end up close to that game. Just based off of right now, that could change. I do still like the Wizards. There's the Snowhawks, the Steamers. We have a lot of the Lancers. We have a lot of great teams, man. The Barons, they might come up and surprise some people. I know Roland already said they're winning the whole thing with, dropping 18 overall at their quarterback position and still coming off a 9-7 season. But hey, who am I to say that they're not going to have that happen, right? Anyway, I just don't know if I can say that, man. I can't say for sure they will. I think they have a strong possibility of getting there. I just think that, somebody's going to knock them out, and that somebody might be me. It might be the Wizards. They're not the cream of the crop anymore in this division. This division is getting better too. Like, granted, the Thunderbirds are getting better, but I feel like the first couple of years it was like the Thunderbirds are nobody, and it's really not the case like that anymore.
Yeah, I got to give us a bell, man, because we didn't even talk about Strouder's performance, man. Like, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to the whole cast, man. How are we not going to talk about Strouder's performance, man? He played very well. So salute to you if you're in the chat right now. I just saw his name pop up, man. As far as this question goes, though, I don't think it's a shadow of a doubt that the Thunderbirds are a great team. I would like to believe, though, man. I'm just challenging every coach in the NRC right now. Mark Kozira is no longer controlling this beast here. And I don't have any, you guys know, it's an argument every time between me and Smitty, man. I just don't respect the AI coach, man. That's just me. I got my own opinion, and it's good. Everybody got to have different opinions. We can't agree on everything. I don't respect the AI coach, man. So if there was any season to beat the Toronto Thunderbirds, it's this season here, man. If they make it to the NRC championship, man, boy, oh boy, guys. I don't know, man. I'm going to just start looking at some of you guys different over there, man. Some of y'all have put some nice attachments to your team. Look at the Wizards, man. They've gotten powerful and everything. I want to see somebody shake up this AI here, man, and do some things here. I'm not going to say that they're not going to go to the NRC championship because I know they're just highly favored, and it'd be wrong of me and disrespectful to just say that, this team, this great team, here in the RFL is not, capable of getting back to the NRC championship. That's just, they got the best defense in the game. How could they not? You know what I mean? But it's just, I want to say, I just feel that what's going to cripple them is two things. It's going to be not having a coach, and not fully scheming them, because Snooty, you're just going to put playbooks on them, right? You're not going to scheme them.
The only thing at best that I'm going to do for the AI team, and I do that purposely. Once again, I do that purposely because that's what a coach brings. I just don't. If I start going in depth, it's more so like I'm coaching all of these teams. I'm not trying to be an influence.
So you're not touching the formation subs. You're not touching the
only the depth chart to where like third down back and stuff like that. So
that's the problem, because I don't think a lot of people realize that Kozira, was doing some deeper tissue massaging with this team, man, to make this team even play better, even better and more, than it really was. And so I think that's going to be an issue there. And I also think that the other issue here is I think that right now they're really brittle. I'm gonna say it. Don't bail me, guys. I think LC3 is peanut brittle. And I feel that he's a really great quarterback, guys. Don't get me wrong. He dodged one this week, and I think that he's not gonna make it this season, man. I'm not sure. They need to do some bone marrow transplant or something to this guy, something, man, some calcium bars or something, man. But I don't even know if he's gonna make it through this season, man. And that's just the truth. So now I know that he did bolster the offensive lineup, though. So I will say that maybe LC3 has the best protection that he's had in the whole, however many years, was it 3 years, 4 years he's been the quarterback?
Yeah, 5.
5 years, yeah. So this is probably the best offensive line that he's had. But it's going to be on you coaches, man, to take advantage of this LC3 situation, man, because I think that that's the nucleus of this team. And I know that the defense, that's wrong to say, because the defense, we've seen the defense put up more points, in games than some offenses have. But I feel that, you cannot win without your quarterback, and you can only win with so much without your quarterback before it's all over, and so, yeah, man, that's how I'm feeling right there, man. So I'm just going to say they make it if coaches fail this year in the NRC.
Before you go, Will, I will say, gotta give a shout out to Roland for the $20 donation. I don't think I said anything on that, so shout out to you, even though you made the remark about the Barons winning the division. But hey, man, we'll have to see. And I think that's all I had to say. So go ahead, Bill.
I just wanted to, because I still see some people in the chat trying to say that I'm being biased and whatnot, and it's like it infuriates me more that people can't actually assume that I have a serious opinion on this, because I actually follow the NFL a lot. Mm-hmm. And since everybody still wants to assume that I'm just being biased because it's my division opponent, I'm going to break something down for you guys, for maybe some of the guys who aren't that into the league as I am right now yet. So last year, right, the Barons beat the Thunderbirds. I got close, and then I did in the playoffs. Yes, it was without LC3. I get it. But it has been proven that this defense can be scored on. Is it frequently? No, it's not frequently, because they have a very, very, very great defense. But their offense has always been a problem. It has never been an offense that scares you, ever. Even before my time, before I even knew who the Thunderbirds were, it was never that serious of an offense. And you know what they did this year? They got rid of their number one receiver. Yeah. They went and they got rid of Mickens, a 95 overall running back. Now they have Overstreet, who's now only an 86 because he's regressing. Like, this offense has not gotten better. They've gotten worse. Last year, the Thunderbirds, and I know this because I'm their divisional opponent, were an 87 overall, I believe, 86 overall as a team. They are an 84 this year. They have gotten worse. So I'm not going to say that they're going to just magically get to the championship game when they had a hard time doing it last year with a better offense. I'm sorry. I just can't do that. And like Rob said, LC3 is known to get hurt. It happens all the time. How many years now has it happened where he gets hurt and they can't rely on him? And then we saw this week, this guy apparently just wants to run the ball 20 times a game. You might as well just put him on the IR already, because we know what's going to happen. And who is going to lead the team after that? You can call it bias, but I do the research. I study these teams, man. Like, this is the truth. The Thunderbirds are not the one and only team in the NRC people have to worry about anymore. There is a whole bunch of new teams that are getting better every single year. And they're just not the only team anymore, and they're getting worse on offense. So you got to take that into consideration instead of just saying, "Oh, you're biased," or "Oh, that's not true." Look at the full picture, please. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. And in terms of, if you guys are taking it from the segment, I was getting at Bill because of the not getting the shout out thing or the credit deal. But in terms of what he was saying about this topic, the guy's definitely got some truth about this here. I probably should have reworded this topic in the first place, because it was either, are they going to make it or not? And we definitely don't know that now. I guess I wanted to put everybody to see who's going to be for him right now or not. Who knows? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. The Thunderbirds, man.
Everybody apologizing.
Why? It's fine. I'm not even hurt about it. I'm just laying it out there because you guys said things. I got to back my stuff up, man.
Hey, y'all ain't got to apologize to Bill. He biased.
I'm just a biased idiot.
Yeah. Y'all heard him all last year. Well, what do you think? What do you think about the next? Well, I'm only worried about the Explorers. Come on, man. The guy cares about the Explorers, man. Like, y'all say what y'all gonna say. It is what it is. He's not mad.
But in terms, no, I'm joking with you, bro.
I know you are.
Yeah, but in terms of the Thunderbirds to begin with here, those sentiments and talks about this team, those topics, is the truth. Now, when we talk about the offense, I won't agree and say that their offense has never been deadly before. The year that they were deadly, that was the year, though, they still ended up losing the Reload Bowl, so that kind of sucked for them. That was probably their best offensive year ever, with LC3 staying healthy. If LC3 can stay healthy for an entire year, they get the right offense going here, I think this is once again the team to beat in the NRC. And with this defense looking as great as it is right now, and I understand with the Condors, as a backup guys, you can still see just how dominant and great they are at forcing turnovers. They've just been this great throughout their existence, more so since Kozera came into the mix adding these pieces. But what do I think about the Thunderbirds? I do feel, and that's why I said I should change this topic up, I do feel that they have a strong possibility on making it to the NRC championship for the 5th consecutive year. For the guys who don't know, once again, this is why the Thunderbirds are a hot commodity in this league. They have went to the NRC championship 4 straight years. They've never won a season without going to the conference championship game. And I have to agree, though, with Bill, well, both of them, Bill and Rob, that this is the year to keep these guys away from that. But do I feel it's going to be easy? No, I do feel that they're more than likely going to make it back to that spot. We'll have to see. And I think, what is the other topic here we got? Okay, so I don't have any graphic for this. This is more of a talk. So this season, name me one team, guys, who you are very excited to see this year during the regular season. Who do you think is going to improve the most? Just who are you excited to see this year and why? Outside of your own team, I'm gonna add that.
I want to see. Well, I think you guys might know this already because I've made mention of this in the previous podcast, but I really want to see what the Diablos do. Mm-hmm. I think that's been a team that really hasn't been playing what like they should the last couple of years, and I know they have really good pieces there, so I think that they're going to improve, and I'm really excited to see what they do this year.
Yeah, I've been holding on to this for a long time, man. And I'll just go ahead and say it. I actually, man, stepping outside of being a coach, right? I am a Snowhawks fan, man. I really like the Snowhawks, man. And I want to actually see what they're gonna do, man. I know, like I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, other than like this is the best overall quarterback in the game, Smitty, correct? Yeah. Mr. G.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, man, like, yo, when is he gonna get his shine? When is he gonna be in a Reload Bowl? You know what I mean? I mean, look, we can't, I even though I mess with Mitch all the time about it still, I'm never gonna let him let it live. But, look, he's got a solid team, man. A year ago, 2 years ago, that draft he had, he's got a lot of young guys there. And I'm just really curious to see is Mr. G gonna really go out on his Drake Crowell without a reload ball? Ah, boy,
he's still pretty young. He's 28 years old.
Yeah, so
he's got a chance.
But he's got a chance, but he's like the last of a dying breed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I kind of want to see if he, what he's gonna do this season. Is he gonna come out here and spark it up at 99 overall? I think we're all looking for that, don't y'all think? Like, what does the chat think? Like a 99 overall quarterback? Are y'all expecting him to put up Drake Crowell numbers next season? I mean, I don't know.
Better than Drake Crowell numbers,
especially at this point. Yeah, he should be the top quarterback this year.
Yeah, and that squad, with the players they have, they should do very well. I need to see some Pro Bowlers. I need to see maybe some candidates for Rookies of the Year or whatever. I need to see something, man. You know what I mean, or whatever. I need to see something more out of that ball club. Obviously they can't be Rookie of the Years, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, I need to see these guys really step up. So that's the team I'm really going to be watching with a close eye this season, man.
Hey, this might be cliche, but I just want to throw this extra one in here, man.
Yeah.
I want to see if the Pioneers can finally do something.
Yeah.
Because I like some of their pieces, man. I love Bryce Witherspoon, man. I really do. And I
like their defense too.
Yeah, well, the defense, with the defense has been there, man. We know that. It's just they haven't been able to carry that team, man. No defense really can usually. It's hard to do that. I just hope that McCafferty can finally figure out that he's playing in the pros and doesn't want to lose his job,
Yeah. Yeah, for my team that I want to see this year is the Houston Gunners. I want the Gunners with this offensive weapon, with this boost that they've got a little bit, for finally Jabri Jackson to not have to handle everything on his own. He's been taking these guys to the playoffs by himself just about. Now that he's actually got a couple of weapons around him, you got Carlton Scruggs. Didn't they get DeAndre Can or no?
Yeah,
DeAndre Can. Yeah. Like this offense is ridiculous. Should be ridiculous now, and I want to see it in full effect. I know the defense really didn't add too much, but I really like what we saw out of those guys when they last did play, and I do think that if the defense can at least be okay this year, this could be a team going back to the playoffs for a third time and possibly be able to compete in the NRC to be the ones representing the conference in the Reload Bowl.
Yeah.
Did you mention the big man they got running behind him now too?
Yeah, Ronnie Nickens.
Yeah,
he was there last year, but still.
Yeah, but he got there really late, man. He never even
he was
got
there
a chance.
week 8.
If they can find out how to use him, man, you want to talk about a team going to the championship game? Like that's scary, man. Jabri, Nickens, Scruggs, like Cayenne. I can't say his name to save my life.
It's Cayenne.
Cayenne, Cayenne Pepper. Give me some cayenne pepper.
Say zone. Come on, man.
I tried.
I was
but
waiting
you
for
know
a
what I'm talking
bald-head
about.
baby to step out.
What?
I was waiting for a bald-head baby to step out. Almost sounded like you was trying to say Caillou.
Caillou?
Mm-hmm.
No, I said cayenne pepper.
Man, oh man.
All right, so I guess, yeah, that's all you had to say, right, Bill?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So this is the fun part, guys. This is the fun part. The great part. Because guess what we're going to be doing now?
I don't know.
You see what the last topic is here.
Oh, we're going to watch the progressions live?
Reload Buck progression.
Oh.
Live Reload Buck progression.
Oh, I gotta message my players and see if they're around. They better get their butts in here.
I gotta do the come on down.
We're actually about to start doing. I think this would be something better. We should do live in podcast.
Yeah, live. Right? Yeah, I think it should be live.
Podcast. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this live in podcast. All right, live in podcast. Let me go ahead and first get to the game here.
Leo Moon, come on down. That's gonna be crazy, bro.
Hold up. I gotta add a source. That's something I forgot to do. Here.
Oh, there's a Wheel of Fortune, all right.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a wheel. It's gonna be a cool experience.
Hey, when we get this loaded up, I want to get something started in the chat while you get this sorted out, man. Right. I brought this up to the guys last night, and I think that we all are in agreement here. We got to come up with a name for this podcast, guys. We can't yeah, it's cool, but RFL season 6 podcast is just like.
What'd y'all call it last night?
I said Relocast.
The Relocast, right? Yeah.
I want to get the guys' opinions out here. Like, what could you guys see for a name for this podcast? Like official name, so it's not just the RFL Relocation podcast number so and so.
Let me see.
Oh, I thought you said no whammies. Yeah, let's call it no whammies. Big
Leo
bucks, no whammies.
Trace
Muchachos. Is that a curse word?
Is that like say 3 dudes or something?
Oh, that's not. Not trying to curse out here.
No, muchachos isn't a swear word. I don't think.
RFL. I knew somebody gonna say T-Bird zone. Oh, no T-Bird zone. Shots fired. I just saved Bill. I jumped over him.
Let me see.
Let's see this.
Okay. Well, there would still be the episode numbers, Christian. It's just like we just call it the RFL podcast. Like I just feel like we should have something a little bit more zazzy, a little more zazz in it.
Zesty. What's up with these Z words tonight, man? Zesty.
I don't know. You said them too, not just me.
A little Tuscan.
So first, we're gonna start out in the NRC for guys. All right, and what we can do, you guys let me know who paid for what in the Discord, and then I'll set up the thing. I already have it set up. And then we'll roll those guys.
Okay.
I have the wheel set up, but I don't have the attributes in it yet for the players. So
All
I will
right,
have
so,
to I will have to build that in, which I could just do that on the phone.
You got the Discord, Bill. I got the chat, or you
I'm
got
in the I'm in the Discord.
All right, cool.
What do I gotta do? I gotta go and see who paid.
Yeah, just go to tiers, the tiers that they purchased or whatever.
I'm still, dude. Rob, you don't know how bad you messed me up, man. Trying to figure
What?
out when you
What do you mean?
changed the Discord around, man. I'm still freaked out about it.
Oh yeah, did I mess it up?
Well, you didn't mess it up. You just rearranged it, which is cool. But like, I'm still trying to learn my way around.
We got to get rid of some things in there, man. We got a lot of stuff we don't need.
We got a lot of stuff we don't need in here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start right at the top here. So, you want me to start naming them now?
Yeah, only one at a time. Whoever's in the NRC.
Okay.
I'm in the conference.
So first up, we got C-Mac, who purchased a tier 1 film junkie.
Oh, Lancers
film junkie. You said C-Mac, so he's a safety.
Yep, safety for the Lancers. Purchased the tier 1 film junkie.
Okay, film junkie. We're gonna do tier 1, so you guys can see this here. And I have to edit the settings here so we can add in the.
He's a free safety, I think.
This is your phone?
Safety? Huh? Yeah,
this your phone?
Yeah, that's my phone.
Oh, you try to get technical, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
man.
Okay.
Had to get right.
Did you turn noties off?
I didn't.
I would hate for something to come across the timeline.
I hope not.
Well, boy.
I see. You said
airplane mode?
Was it Jim Rat or you said film? No, film junkie. Film junkie.
Hey, boo. Let me stop.
I hope my phone's dry right now. I hope.
Take your medication, Mix. Take your medication.
I don't even know how to turn that off. You said airplane mode?
Yeah, airplane mode, bro.
Hey, is that
I can see it now.
I don't think you really use that app then either.
Hey, Smitty, remember me?
Oh yeah, you sure? I think I will still be able to use that.
Well, boy.
I don't know.
I don't know. Sounds kind of risky, buddy. Just go ahead and do it fast, man, so we can get it out. You know
all right, I'm trying to find the.
Oh, T-Mobile, always global. Is that 1 bar, Smitty?
Yeah, connection's kind of weak right now.
Oh, that's 1 bar. Rest in peace. That's some joy stuff.
Oh, hold on. You talking about that stuff on the top? No, that's the app that I'm. Okay. That's the application I'm using to stream it through. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is 1 bar. Never mind. You're right.
Oh, there's 1 bar. Oh boy.
All right, so, yo, where's the reload shop tier version?
What are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to.
T-Mobile, never global.
I just dropped the the things that come in with it. It's not in the reload channel.
What are you talking about?
So that you know what comes exactly with the.
Oh, that's up in the information.
Oh yeah.
Isn't
okay.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're right. Yeah.
It's under player archetype restrictions.
All right. So we gotta go ahead and get a look at tie-ins here. Why is this being downloaded? I already have.
Smitty, you need some help, bro.
Yeah, I did. I forgot to set this whole thing up here. All right, so we got the free safety. So safeties are the same thing here. I don't even know why I made free safeties because I got them both under the same category. So he got the film junkie.
Yeesh.
So with the film junkie, let's go ahead and add what comes here so you guys can be able to see what comes with the film junkie. So with the film junkie, first we get awareness.
No, what?
Huh?
Am I the only one who heard that?
What, film junkie?
I swear to God, you said film nookie. I swear to God, that's what you said.
Yeah, bro, you said film nookie, bro. What in the world's going on?
I don't recall, but let me see. So let me just go ahead and add these. Can you guys see this right now? Looks like it's not populating.
No, it's not. We can just see the front screen. We just see your weirdly wine-colored background.
I think I gotta take off that airplane mode. That's what it is.
Yeah, the airplane mode definitely blocked it because I said you're.
That's what it was.
It definitely blocked it. Yeah. So we just had to make sure that nothing. You can just get it in and out.
Now it's oh my God, Mr. Hole.
Chris Williams, he knows all about that. We stop.
Dang. All right. This whole setup, man. I was hyped to do this.
RFL at night crew. Man, oh man.
Trying to connect here. Dang, I should have never switched it to airplane mode, man.
Oh, I messed it all up.
Yeah.
Dang.
Messed the whole thing up.
So just do it over then.
I'm trying to connect it, but it's not.
See, Barry Hill, stop.
See, this is what happens. Like literally 90 seconds before we go live with half of the stuff. We got some stuff going on. This is a play-by-play of how that goes.
And this is why they got not made for kids on the on the settings, bro. This is crazy.
I should have just hurried up and did it.
Oh man.
Frankie, I'm about to take all your reloads and I'm gonna hurt Matt Jones if you bring up Oculus one more time.
Rolling a while. Oh man.
Don't connect.
The Nook cast.
All right. Can you guys see it now or no?
Nope. Well, I don't know. I gotta wait for it to populate on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll to pop up.
Now you guys should be able to see it. All right, cool. All right, we should be good. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, we Gucci. So I got the power moves.
All right.
Got.
There you go.
See, now you guys get to really see how fast I type, which is why I like talking.
Oh God.
Finesse.
We're gonna be here till midnight tonight, boys.
Oh boy.
Suit.
What? I thought you had this built already.
Nah, yeah, that was gonna be a lot for each one. I was just trying to do it during the stream so they could see, but that did not turn out to be a good idea.
I don't know what told you that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
That sounds like I was gonna do it before, but I didn't really feel like doing it before type of thing.
I had it. I remember I told you guys that I could have done it there, but I was trying to actually do it.
Dude, slow down, Smitty. That phone's gonna blow up if you type any faster.
All right, so I think this is everything here for this. And I know we don't have a lot of guys who've got boosts, so we'll just go ahead and there we go. Actually, let's go ahead and edit this a little bit. Let's make it a little. Is it Wheel of Fortune where you roll it like this?
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. All right, man. So what tier did he get? Level 1. So he's only getting 3.
Yeah, level 1, so he's only getting 3.
All right, so here we go, Seat Mac. Here goes
drum
your
roll,
first
please. Man, we don't even have a drum roll soundbite. This is baloney.
I gotta get extra sounds. I gotta actually just get a whole nother board. And it's slowing down. I need to cut down the spin time.
I said baloney. I'll say that.
Awareness.
Ooh.
So you get a +1 in awareness. Let's go ahead and get a look at that in the file. Hold up.
So 1 awareness.
Going to the file here.
Bro, this is gonna take a whole minute.
It is. I thought it was gonna be so much faster. But,
yeah.
But it isn't too many guys, right?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys still after this.
Okay, we're good then. So +1 awareness. There you go, 85. Ooh, already up to an 88. Jeez.
Oh, nice.
All right, just moved up to an 88. Let's go ahead and do the next roll. I'm gonna actually make this spin much shorter because that was a little long.
Why don't you just tally them and then add them after you're done?
There we go. +1 finesse moves.
All right.
Whoa. Whoa. You gonna make this guy keep finesse moves? What is he gonna do with that?
That's part of the roll.
Oh my god! No way.
It is
part of the roll.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not part of the roll, Smitty.
Oh snap!
That can't be a part of the roll. Finesse moves are no good for.
I gotta take this. Oh, for safety. This is for okay. Yeah. So this is more so for strong safety.
Yeah. So you gotta go over there.
All right, he gets another roll. I gotta take. That's why I gotta separate these
You almost
guys.
gave him Cheetos, man.
He almost got 28.
Hey, you get some Cheetos, bro.
Hey man, I gotta take that out the rules immediately. All right, let's see what we got here.
Them out.
Tackling. Here we go.
Okay.
+1 tackling. At least you get that up. 87. Oh, hold up.
All right.
You can't boost this. It's 85 already, so we gotta bring that back.
Yeah.
85 rule, my guy. Let's roll again,
bro. All right.
And we've got, man, I gotta get this out of here. Power moves. Let's go ahead and move these. So power moves, finesse moves. Let's get back. Roll again.
They go tackling too.
Toughness. All right, +1 for the toughness. That's up to 82. Oh, snap. What's going on here? We got to add. Yeah, so that went up to 82. And your last one is...
They can't see it, Smitty. They can't see it on the screen.
Well, you got toughness again. So you got +2 in the toughness.
All right, so he'll be able to battle back from injury better, basically.
All right, so you just moved up an overall 88 overall zone guy. I think you moved up a couple in the other areas too. So there we go. Who's next out of the NRC?
Next is it's Diego Lizarraga, I think, right? That's DLJR91 mem in the Discord.
It's a steamer. Forget about it. Just get
sorry.
Steamers don't get anything.
So what did he get?
Oh yeah. He got a tier 1 speed trainer.
All right. So
just give him beans, Smitty. Just give him beans.
So a tier 1 speed trainer. What comes with that? You don't really get too many options out of this. You got stamina. You got agility. You got change of direction. We'll just call it COD, not Call of Duty. Pretty awesome. Yeah, and acceleration. Well, let me put a capital.
Give him the yudders. Yeah, yudders.
So this is a pretty decent one. So should be able to get, for the most part, what you're looking for here. Small wheel here.
Nice.
We'll shorten
actually
that down.
the percentage, yeah. So that
yeah. So you got a high percentage right here. So let's go. He got tier 1, right? So he's got.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go switch to him on the game. He's on the steamers. D-line.
Botch. Botch. That's very funny.
What are we laughing at?
Botch with the Call of Duty joke.
Oh. Oh, well, since this is going to take like 7 years to do this, how about in between all of this, if y'all got questions,
Yeah, ask away.
Throw them out here.
They'll answer.
We'll try to fill some dead air here.
But here we go. Let's go ahead and get the first spin going. And he's going to get +1 change of direction.
Nice. You buy tiers. You buy tiers by gaining reload bucks. You gain reload bucks through activity. We're gonna have raffles, reload awards in the chats, like coming to games and stuff. Obviously betting on games this upcoming season inside of the Discord. And other little ways you can earn reloads and everything. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. You just gotta look at the information in the chat.
McCall, sorry I missed your question. Yes,
acceleration.
Sorry. 1 acceleration, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, he can't get it. He's already at 85. Dang. So let's go ahead.
But for prospects, you can't buy the tiers until you're in the league, in the RFL, in the Pro League, because that's where the upgrades happen. In the college, you have to go off of the stuff that you imported. So
you got another change of direction. It's going to max you out at that 85. We got one more left for you. Agility.
Nice.
Wait for this ad to go away. So agility +1. He's still at 81, nothing changed, but a little bit more agile, my guy. A little bit more agile.
What's up? Okay.
So what's going on with this ad? Why can't I get rid of this? Definitely don't want you guys looking at these wolves and Candy Crush right now. Bill knows all about wolves.
Right. Coyote chips.
What's going on
here? Call me the wolf, man.
How the app won't let me. What's going on here, man?
Safe to say so far, this is gone according to plan, bro.
Yep. Anybody ask any other questions? Okay, we're back. We're back. Who's next?
If you mean how do you actually pay for reloads, there's a channel inside the Discord called tier purchasing, and there's some codes you have to use with Mr. Bank. If you just look at what everybody else has done in Mr. Bank, it'll show you the codes, and that's how you purchase the tiers. Like bank, I think it's bank exclamation point buy, and then you have to put the tier in there. Tier 1 gym rat, and you get that, and so forth and so on.
Who's next, Bill?
The next one.
NRC?
No. The next one. Actually, we got 2 explorers back to back.
All right.
We got Latavius Austin, who purchased the Tier 1 Film Junkie.
Tier 1 Film Junkie. All right. So let's see what comes with this here that we got. We've got
be taking out all that crazy crap. What's that?
Catching can be improved. Short route running. Mid route running. Deep route running. Release. And BC Vision. We'll just call it BCV. All right. So that's what you get as a receiver out of this.
Let's see what we got.
And he's got a Tier 1?
Yes, Tier 1.
All right. Let me switch to receiver while this is going on here.
Yeah, because clearly C-Back is the most active. C-Back is the most active Lancer out there. You should be saying thank you to him, and thank you to us.
So, who was it? Latavius Austin, right?
Latavius Austin. Yep.
All right. I gotta switch to the player first before I do these rolls. And he's got +1 release. Let's go ahead and find that. Bow to 82 in that. All right, let's get back to the wheel.
Roland, this is because we are trying to make this so it is it pays the prospects back for being active, and they can upgrade their player just by being around the league. And that's why we're doing this. And the coaches don't need to do it because we already have a pay plan for us being able to upgrade a player of our choice every year. So there's no point in doing the extra stuff.
And the last roll. There we go. +1 awareness.
Nice.
Can this give him the overall jump? Nah. Was he a 76 in the slot?
He was a 75.
Oh, well, he's up in the slot.
There we go.
Got a boost. All right, who's next?
The next one is Jason Henderson, my left end. Same thing. Tier 1 Film Junkie.
Tier 1 Film Junkie.
Let's go Explorers.
And he's on the D-line. So let me see here. Okay, I didn't do one for the D-line yet.
Hey, there's Henderson in the chat.
This is where power moves can actually be used. All right. Let's see what we got. Awareness. Power moves. Finesse moves. Play recognition. Tackling.
Yeah.
Pursuit.
This is not nothing. I'm not saying this any kind of way, man, but I don't think coaches are as active as you think they are.
Yeah, there's no point for the coaches to have to do this, man. We're trying to give the players something here. Like, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, coaches definitely ain't getting into this.
CP, you can definitely do this as a rookie. As soon as you are in the RFL, you are allowed to partake in this program.
The good thing, it won't take this long next time we do it because these save, so that's good. I should have did it beforehand. But let's go ahead and get this rolling. This a Tier 1?
Yeah.
All right, tier 1. Let's get it going.
I would say yes, man. Markel just asked if he bought one right now, if we could do it. He's in the ARC anyway, and we just did one for safety, so we wouldn't even have to change anything. I would say, yeah, let him.
You could do it.
Yeah, go ahead and buy it right now, Markel. We'll
make
get
sure
it done.
You put it in the Discord. +1 awareness.
Markel.
There we go.
Wait until you get 50K, bro.
80 pass rush guy now.
Ooh, coach said no.
Boost. All right, let's get it.
Oh, here we go.
Play recognition.
There we go. Nice.
Let's see what we get with that, man. 77 now.
I mean, no, it's on you to do. I'm just giving you my advice, man. It's on you. I would wait till you get 50K, man. But if you want to do it now, go ahead. You're just not gonna be able to target what you want.
Oh yeah, because he's trying to get them that Excel up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you already got stuff. Your stuff is already high, man. You know what I mean? Like you already got pretty high stuff, bro. Like, but it's on you. If you want to do it, you want to, if you want to do it now, then go ahead, my guy. I'm not gonna be mad at you. We gonna get some extra points out of you. You just got to upgrade too, so it might push you to 90.
All right, there we go.
What do you get?
You got toughness.
Oh, that's actually probably a good thing.
All
I was
right.
gonna ask you, man, why is so many of these dudes coming in at such low toughness in the league, man?
Just how it is, I guess. All right, who's next? Is that it for the NRC?
No, we got a couple more. Let me see, because that's done, and then, Caleb Brown, Barons quarterback.
All right.
He bought a tier 1 film junkie.
Tier 1 film junkie. All right, let me go ahead.
Oh, and Maverick. Okay, I think Hansen is in the chat because it says Maverick Hansen purchased one, but isn't he both Mark and Maverick Hansen?
Yeah.
So if you're in here, I know you tried to say it was your cousin a couple years ago, but I think we all know better. Which one do you want the upgrade for?
Hey, Markel, no, man. For the bottom of my heart, man, do what you want to do, my guy. This is for you, not for me. Like it's your experience, bro. And plus, I already told you, man. I have a level of respect for you because you were here longer than me. So you've been working on your player. You know your player. If you want to do something right now, I'm going to embrace it, and we still going to go win this season, my guy. So let's get to 90, Markel. Go ahead and spin that 29,000. See if we can get to 90 tonight on the stream.
Yeah. Do it.
Oh, good.
Deep egg.
Is anybody is Hansen gamers? There we go. Okay, for Maverick Hansen. So we'll have one more in the NRC yet after this.
All right. So I think that's it there for quarterbacks. Yep. There we go. All right. Let's get it, Caleb.
Oh, never mind. I don't know what I was looking at. Thanks, Mitchie.
Short accuracy.
Sorry, Maverick.
Did I pass it? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, there we go. Short accuracy, 84. All right. Let's get back to the drawing board here. Spin number 2.
Oh, so was it? He got the 84 or he got the 85 on that?
Play action. He got the 84. So play action.
Is Caleb Brown still around the Discord, man?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. So you got the play action up there in the final spin. Hey, he's been inactive for a while, but he's kind of come back. And awareness. There we go. That's what you want to land.
And my apologies to Maverick Hansen, because Mitchie pointed out to me that he doesn't actually have enough reloads, so my bad. I forgot. I didn't even read that part. But everybody else is good.
All right. So that's it for the NRC, huh?
Let me double check. Yes, because the only other ones we got left are Jay, Torres, and I'm assuming, Markel now.
All right, cool. Once again, this is not something you can get every week. It's bi-weekly, and you can only spend one tier within that week. So guys, don't think that this is going to happen every week. Of course, you can read up on all that on our website at relocationfootballleague.com to figure out how the Relo Bucks work, how you can earn them, and everything else. So make sure to check that out.
Are you serious?
What?
Dude. So Caleb, my bad, bro. Caleb didn't have enough. He only had 10,000. It said the same message before, but I didn't even peep that. Now, my bad, guys.
Well,
Bell.
Yeah, Bell.
Yeah, bell it.
We'll just go back to the stream, see what it was, and take that back.
Wait, all of his Relo Bucks got to be gone.
Oh,
now.
yeah, Relo Bucks.
Nah, don't do it. Don't do this.
What? Nah, that's what you said. Half of them Jones is getting taken the first week.
Let's just go ahead and just give him a break, man. Give him a break, brother.
Set it out there. I'm rolling with that.
Wait, what?
Not all of them. Not half of them, man. Come on.
What happened?
Got to be taken.
Well, the rule is that if you mess up on this, man, that they all gone. That's what the rule was.
We already went in there, changed it, and come on now. This is why why we didn't.
He said it on the last podcast. Yeah. You don't remember this?
Got to keep to my word.
So are you saying Caleb's Relos is gone?
Yeah, half of it. It would have been the whole thing if it was after this week, because I said the first time will be half, but from here on out,
dang.
Yeah, so he'll lose half.
But that's sort of like my fault, though. I'm the one who read it.
Yeah, but did he actually? They're
supposed to know how many reloads they got.
They weren't supposed to be in that chat.
Because he actually tried to buy it.
Yeah, because they have to know how many reloads they got.
Yeah,
it's just a waste of our time, basically, and then not stuff like this.
Smitty messed up 77 times tonight, and one guy messed up. No more reloads.
It is what it is, son.
Sorry, we got to make an example out of you, my guy.
So who's next?
It's crazy.
Well, no, we're in
ARC now.
Yeah. And first one up I got is Jay Morris.
Okay, Jay Morris.
Well, there's another one. Who is this for? Jay, are you in the chat? Because doesn't he have like 4 players in the league?
I think so. We know Jay Morris is here, but yeah, who is this for? Is he in the chat right now?
That's got to be for Jay Morris. I don't think he'd be on Pratt.
Got to be for Jay Morris.
I just don't want to assume, you know.
Ain't no way it's Michael Pratt.
Yeah, it's Jay Morris. Okay.
You said Jay Morris. All right. So let's go. What did he get?
Oh yeah, he bought a tier 1 gym rat.
All right. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Strength. Break tackle. Trucking. Stiff arm. Carrying. Toughness. Oh, don't need that option.
Hey Bill, did you link the reload email to my email? My Mixed Gamer? My Mixed Gamer? Cause I started to see stuff coming to my email too.
No, what happens is because you have the role on the website now, some things you'll get notifications for.
Got you.
All right, so the first thing you'll get is carrying, but that can't be boost. You already got 95, and here goes daggone ad.
Icebreakers. Give your mouth an application.
Yeah, I'll make sure these are done. Okay, strength. There we go. Got one for strength. From 74 to 75. All right, spin number 2. Toughness. See where that's at. Oh, can't get this. Already got 85. Spin it again.
Wasn't there an issue with somebody telling Torres something wrong when he was trying to buy his package last week?
I can't remember.
Yeah, there was just some talking going on.
Because he said he bought tier 2, but did somebody tell him that he couldn't do that or something?
Yeah.
Someone told him that he couldn't buy tier 2. He had to buy tier 1 first.
But he can though. So
another one at strength.
But did he buy tier 1?
No, he bought tier 2. Yeah.
So then he's fine. He just had to keep tier 2.
Well, then he said, "My bad, I messed up. This must have been after somebody told him he couldn't do that." So, I mean, his relos are still taken. So
Yeah.
assuming he wants a tier 2 because that's what he initially bought
Well,
before somebody told him.
yeah, he has to keep tier 2. They need to stop listening to people and just come at us or read the instructions because, like people just talk and mess up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we got the stuff already worded out. So all you gotta do is just, if he paid for tier 2, just let him have tier 2.
Is that who's next?
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's who's next is Torres.
Joseph Torres.
Let's get this boy better than Hobart, right?
Could be. Let me see. What is his what
tier 2 gym rat?
Gym rat. Okay. What we got in here? We got strength, break, sack.
Just a disclaimer, guys. When you have information, man, don't be shy, man. You're not gonna bite your ear off because ban you because you asked questions. We got moderators, we got staff, we got all types of stuff you can add. Just add someone in the chat that have a role, like a higher up role, and you'll get the information you want. It may take some time, but just stop all this chatty patty stuff in DMs because guys don't always know what they're talking about. So
yeah. All right, so here we go. First roll, and this is a tier 2.
Yes.
All right, so he's get 4 rolls here. I forgot to change the setting to make it go a little faster than this. And it is carrying. We'll get 1.
Too bad that doesn't count for quarterbacks.
Carrying?
At least he don't. It matters.
No, that's been broken in the game. That's been broken in the game for a while. Not that it doesn't actually matter. It should, but the game makes it. That's why their fumbles happen all the time, bro. It doesn't even matter if they could have 98 carrying in Madden. They're just gonna fumble anyway because they're a quarterback. Same reason they get tired all the time.
That becomes if they scramble. I think it helps if you're getting sacked.
I'm just saying, like that and stamina has been sort of broken for quarterbacks the last few years. It just sucks.
Man, I still didn't change the setting.
You gave him carrying, Smitty?
Yeah, carrying he got.
Rest in peace.
And trucking.
Well, quarterback?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Smitty, can't come on. Look, man.
That's part of the package, bro.
I gotta pause the button right now, man.
That's part of the package.
Trucking,
come on, Smitty, come on.
Why
man.
would he
we
get
can't
the gym rat? No, that's how the thing goes. You can't, because then you won't have too many areas to spread them out. It'll be forcing them into areas. You can't do that. We already talked about this.
I don't remember talking about trucking on a quarterback,
but, Smitty, but who?
It's a strength. It's a gym rat.
Trucking.
Yeah.
Trucking.
That's for that's a strength gym rat package, bro. Like you don't get that if you're not trying to get the gym rat.
Check it, Smitty. This is why I was saying that we got to break these up into the individuals because I could see where a scrambler would need trucking, but a field general or someone's a pocket passer.
It would limit their. For one, all of these gym rats are more so for scramblers, because you got strength in here, break sack, trucking, stiff arm, toughness, and carrying. There's nothing really here for a quarterback. So his choice of going with the gym rat was more so for a scrambler. So he shouldn't have chose that package. That's not on us.
Oh,
I got you. I got you. So yeah, you guys got to pay attention to that, man.
Yeah, just never buy the quarterback's gym rat package ever.
Yeah, unless you're a scrambler, like yikes, you're just not gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna.
Hey, go ahead, drop a bell there, man.
Yeah.
Drop a bell.
All right, spin number 3. Stiff arm.
Okay.
All right, that was at 60. Now it's 61. And the last spin is.
This was tier 1 or tier 2?
This is tier 2. We got that was 3 right there. This is gonna be the 4th one.
Okay.
It is toughness.
All right, can we get an L in the chat for
he can't boost that.
Oh yeah, saved. Saved by the 86. Boy.
Yeah, he should have
go on steroids. What a pens at performance enhancement.
Oh man.
What? He said, "Hey man, let me get that creatine package, man."
Carrying.
Yikes.
67. So that's what it is now. Who's next?
Who is next? Who is next?
Kels is next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Markel.
Wait, did you buy anything?
Did you put his stuff on, Smitty?
He didn't buy anything yet. Are you talking about Torres?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about okay, my bad.
Yeah, I already finished Torres.
Torres is done, but Markel is left. He just bought one.
Okay, Kels.
Right.
Let's go. Tier 2. He bought tier 2.
He bought a tier 2 speed trainer.
Okay.
All right. So I think he came to me and talked to me about this. Let me see what comes with this. All right.
What? Wait, came to talk to you?
Tier 2.
Something changed?
Yeah. So his other areas are like 85 out, so it will funnel into one area, but he'll have to choose a separate one once it's maxed. So let me see.
Oh boy.
Hold up.
What was
his again?
What?
Speed trainer?
Tier 2 speed trainer.
Yeah, tier 2 speed trainer.
All right, so I want speed trainer. Okay, this comes with stamina. Dang, what's up with this autocorrect? Stamina, agility.
Stalin.
Change of direction and acceleration. So I think this is what he came to me with. Let me see first, because he might get most of these funneled into acceleration. Because these other ones I think are at 85. So
what
let
is
me see.
Acceleration at?
76.
Oh, dang!
Let's go ahead. Get a look. So,
whoo, yeah, buddy. Let's get to 90. Let me get 90. # 90 in the chat.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get a 90.
So this says.
He said acceleration looking good, boy. Congrats to you, Markel, man.
All right, so stamina's already 85, so you can't increase that. Agility's already 87, so he can't increase that. Change of direction is passed, so yes. So all of these can't go into there because it's too much of a significant increase. You could get 2 here, and then you can go choose another package for the rest of your points. But where's it at? Acceleration. Yeah, so
way at the top.
Wow.
Yeah,
there we go.
Like literally the third one.
There we go.
Bro, how do you not know this? We just spent like 3 months building teams.
I know, man. I don't know what happened. I'm all over the place right now. So that's 2, and so he's got 2 more. So what other package do you want, Markel?
The same package. Can you do the? You can't do the same?
No, not in 1 week. That only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what about the 3? You can do the 3?
No, that's for if you get to tier 3.
Ah,
you get to tier 3. Yeah.
So you got to find another package. Hey, don't choose that quarterback gym rat.
Yeah, don't do that.
So I'm assuming the film junkie then. That's the only option. So if he's not the gym rat, oh, you're talking about quarterback, or are you talking about Markel?
Markel, right?
Nah, gym rats. Gym rats. He's got tackling here, hip power. What is he? Let me know what he says, because I can't look at the chat right now.
All right, Markel. What he says? Let me think.
He
said timeout. He said timeout. All right, timeout.
Man, my man's got a 78 acceleration now.
Wow.
Bro, why can't you just let the man live, bro?
No, we're not packing an attribute like that.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy. Hey, we'll take the 78 because he was getting sacks last year in block punts.
Yeah.
We'll take the extra 2, man.
Do do do.
Come on, Kel.
Do 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 do.
Let me see.
You guys like my song?
It was all right.
It was on.
Oh, whatever, man.
Nothing yet, my guy.
Film junkie.
Film junkie?
Yeah.
All right.
Where did you see that at? Dude, how did you see that so quickly?
iPhone.
I'm on my PC. I'm not on my phone.
Okay.
Film Junkie, awareness, coverage. I think this is the one where I took the power moves out of here, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. So it's already set. So Film Junkie, let's go ahead to spins. The rest of these points. What we gonna get? I gotta jump on Markel.
What can you even get?
Awareness.
Awareness.
Is that already at an 85? Yeah, he might not. Let me see. Nope. So that's not going to be able to work.
All right. So what can he? Oh yeah.
I'm going to Daddy Leagues. I'm going to the depth chart right now. We're just going to look and see what he can get, so we can stop playing this game right now.
Pursuit.
All right, Pursuit. Yes, he could get Pursuit.
All right, Pursuit.
All right, so that goes up to 81. And he's got one more spin.
All right.
Okay. Well, he can get play recognition. That's one yet.
Zone coverage, which I know is already high.
Yeah, zone coverage. Yeah, he's at 89 already there.
Yeah.
Hey, Markel, what's wrong with being left-handed?
Tackling.
Okay.
Also 86, so can't do that.
Well, can't do tackling. All right.
Zone again.
Oh, there we go. No.
Bro, just give him play rec and let's be done with this.
Pursuit again. So he'll get 2 + 2 in Pursuit. He's a 90.
90.
You got the 90?
Got the 90.
Yeah.
Okay, Kels. 90 overall.
There we go.
Now.
Welcome to the 90 club.
Welcome to the 90 club. Man.
Wow. Is that the last guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the last one.
That was it, man. I know it was lengthy. I'm going to make sure to fill out the rest of those so we don't have to wait for me to fill out those things. But yeah, man, shout out to the guys who participated in the Reload Bucks. You want to be in on this for the next time, make sure that you build up those Reload Bucks, man. Come to the games and earn them. That's what they're there for, man, to boost the activity in the league. And if you got a player in the league, you're trying to get them to be better, make sure you participate in getting those things, man. But that's going to be it here for us tonight. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator, along with Rob and Bill. And we will see you guys tomorrow for some games and next week in the next podcast. What you going to say?
I said salud.
Oh, okay. I know what you said. All right, salute to all, man.
Adios, muchachos.
I don't even know what that word means, Bill, and you just keep saying it.
El Camino.
Dude, I know what that means.
What does it mean?
See you later, friends, I think. Or buddies. I don't know. It just sounds cool.